I am a persecuted Christian talking video. I would seek a persecution for gang stalking on talking videos. What is gang stalking? Gang stalking is reminiscent of the Sarsetson program. It's similar to the Sarsetson program that the Stasi had in post World War II Germany, when the Germany was divided into the East and West, and the Stasi had a secret program called Sarsetson, and there's different ways for me to angles to explain this. So from the narcissistic abuse, so using the knowledge I have about narcissistic abuse, psychopathy, and things like this, it's like the deep state controlled this from behind the scenes. The deep state did 9/11, okay, and they foreshadowed it in Hollywood movies, and I made videos on that on Rumble and elsewhere. They also foreshadowed the pandemic, okay. Now, since I'm live multi-streaming from Rumble Studio to YouTube and Rumble, I had to remind myself this is not a Rumble exclusive stream, so I had to hold back certain topics. Speak on a pandemic. I'm not gonna go like that. Okay, it's like if I want to really speak my mind on the pandemic, it's gonna have to be a Rumble. And if I want to talk about health, fitness, really go deep on that topic, same there, it's gonna have to be on Rumble. So at least at this time, uh, now you can go like how much harder is it to reach people streaming on Rumble versus YouTube and things like this. Now here's the point. Just the fact that you can speak freely on Rumble on certain topics, whereas you can't speak on the same topics freely on YouTube, it means something, okay? So hopefully Rumble will keep going and stay true to the roots. I mean, they got the Rumble coffee. I get emails sometimes as a Rumbler. It was like 1776 or 7 coffee or something like this. Okay. So it's like a lot of the rants, truth rants that I do, are fueled by caffeine and supplements. And a big part of it like, is my energy, where I stand out. And that's why I've been able to make so many hours of videos decoding the deep state agendas. It's like coffee and supplements, okay. So it's like maybe if I get big enough around, I could get a sponsorship for this 1777 coffee or something like this. And I'll be like, I finish a whole bag in one day. So it's like, here's the point. Uh, yeah, so where was I, where I go with this? So yeah, don't miss the opportunity to get the word about gang stalking. So I'm a Christian being persecuted, okay, and I don't just leave it at that because that helps them to discredit me. But yeah, Michael sees demons, how to get him something. It's not. So what is gang stalking? Gang stalking is a secret persecution program. It's a program where people get put on a list, you become a target individual, and now you get targeted online in real life. That's gang stalking in short. Okay, how are you targeted? A big part is narcissistic dog abuse tactics. Do you understand? Give you an example of the targeting tactics. Not an actual example, but to give you the idea. Let's say I was live on YouTube and then somebody shows into my chat, a cyberstalker work for the program. And it'd be like, we're gonna take you out any day soon, anytime, sometime soon. And they'd leave like 3 banana emojis after it. I'm gonna kill you with like 3 bananas, something like this. So it's like a threat associated to the visual of banana, okay? Now, next time I go out on my bathroom to have a cigarette, they have a neighborhood perp. They already know it's one of these gang stalkers that live in the neighborhood. It gets sent out when I'm out in public to appear where I am and do say weird things I'm supposed to notice if you're harassed by. And they're wearing like a banana t-shirt or eating a banana. It's supposed to remind me of the threat I got earlier. See? Something that subtle. So it's very sophisticated because the program is designed to be able to harass you out in public and like in the open without other people being able to tell that, oh, this person was just this covert threat they just received from that person who's an agent of a secret government program. Okay, so a lot of target attacks are designed to be subtle, but you feel targeted and harassed, but other people can't tell you being targeted and harassed. So what gang stalk is and what it's not. Gang stalk is a secret persecution program targeting people. And it's psychological warfare and physical warfare. So I've been targeted physical by the program too, not by direct injury weapons. So which brings me to my next point. Perception management is a big deal to do nowadays. So they need to control public perception of the topic of gang stalking, just like they need to work to control public perception of the topic of 9/11. Okay, so a big part of how they work to keep this discredited and to keep the mass from waking up to gang stalking, a real conspiracy happening in American Sweden, is to control the opposition, to have a lot of fake TIs out here, crazy talking. So, in my estimation, approximately 9 out of 10 TIs active online, so-called TIs, are fakes, counterintelligence agents, and they work for the program. And in my estimation, approximately 9 out of 10 fake TIs engage in one form of crazy talk or another, which means they will be bringing up the topic of gang stalking, claiming to be a TI, and then throw a lot of crazy talk into the mix to discredit the topic. Say that's simple, and it works. It's like that's why you see all these fake TIs making videos. I'm a TI, told with gang stalk. I got a chip in my brain, and they remote control me with satellites. And part of the thought is direct energy weapons, microwave radar assaults, ELF weapons. I told me this is that crazy stuff. Okay, to make people think that TIs are pedophile schizophrenics because commonly correlated with having genuine real paranoid schizophrenia is auditory visual hallucinations. Hence, the counterintelligence agents hyping V2K machines. Yeah, targets are attacked with V2K, voice to claim machine, voices in your head machines. And you never hear me claim that I'm hearing voices in my head, and that's part of the problem because it's not part of the problem. Okay, see, but it's like they have fake TIs. Like, yeah, we taught with brain reading machines, V2K machines, RNN, remote. They're reading our minds with satellites and beaming voices into our head. TIs. And so if I go live on Rambo and go, I'm a thought we're talking about gang stalking, and I keep go by my way away and don't talk more about it. Especially if I don't lay out, yeah, beware the crazy talkers. Then someone goes, gang stalking, told a video to do research on it. They'll see a lot of fakes. Be like, yeah, we'll talk with Michael. It's like, oh yeah, this obviously this is something that is like only nuts believe that gang stalking is really happening to them. Because look at all these people when I search the terms, I talk about brain chip implants and voices in your head machines and space reptilians and everything else. See, so it works. It works. So I'm not gonna stop speaking out. Okay, I'm not gonna stop speaking out. I'm really not. So unfortunately on YouTube, I have to hold back. Jordan Peterson has a clip about good men keeping their mouth shut and what that leads to. See, so I really hate the spice on YouTube. This leery weirdness where it's like I go live and say I'm getting into talk about health fitness and it's like I know I've got a strike for medical misinformation before for sharing medical information to save human life. Okay, and it's like okay, I can't. What did I do? I was talking saying this. Don't say that again. But health fitness. What can I say? I think saying this much should be safe on YouTube. Do you understand? And it really I don't like it. So I like streaming Rumble where I can say whatever I want about health fitness. Okay. So anyways, the point. I'm a persecuted Christian taught in the video taught with gang stalking of total videos. I've been taught for more than a decade, and gang stalking is real. And since I'm a Christian being taught, that means I'm a Christian being persecuted. That's why I say persecuted Christian. Now, it's not that this only happens to Christian people. There's a lot of atheists. Most people taught are atheists or some other non-Christian thing. So if somebody's taught it, they're a persecuted person. Now, if a Christian is somebody's taught, that means by default they are a persecuted Christian because they are a Christian being persecuted. Say, and this is definitely has state involvement. A big part of how they work, I've noticed a tactic, is writing in forums and things like this. To discredit me, they would like to ask always the same things. Why do you think you're targeted? To bait me, to discredit me. See, it's like they go like, and then it's like, if you bring up one reason why you might be targeted, and then the next week you bring up another, you're contradicting yourself. Last week you said it's for this reason. Now it's like that. I've noticed that, like a pattern behavior. Beware, people. It's a red flag if people are pushing for why do you think you're talking about? Because if it's a so-called TI or not, asking you, because most of the people like the skeptics, paid skeptics. They're like, why would you be told? Why do you think that you would? See, notice, it's like that's what the fake, that's what the agents do. It's like they push for like getting you to answer why you think you're targeted, and then they work to be like, oh, he thinks he's so important that he would paint you as a narcissist. So discreditation tactics is either paint you as a paranoid schizophrenic or a narcissist that have a magnified sense of self-worth where you think you're so important that something this big will be happening to you. So you think you're so important that something this big will be happening to you. So I don't give a shit, okay? I can tell you uh, what happened before the tornado started. I got a letter in the mail from an old fellow satanic secret society member, who's a relative, trying to nudge me and tell me what to do with my life, try to control me, tell me what to do with my life. Now it's time for you to show what you're made of. Get back to school, get a job, something. Try to tell me what to do with my life. And I went no contact, Ross Rosenberg, what to do when prepared to go no contact with the narcissist. Okay, Ross Rosenberg, no contact. Okay, so you have more psychopaths, narcissistic societies, and the politician parasite class, and things like this. Anyways, the point. So, what happened before the target went live overtly? Gang stalking started. I got a letter in the mail from a secret society member who's a relative, odd fellow secret society member. Tell me what to do with my life. Okay. Ripped it up, threw it in the trash. Didn't get back to him. And shortly after that, the target started. And you know what? I consider quite possibly it was the last ditch effort of the Illuminati deep state to try to control my life. And narcissists and psychopaths hate people they can't control. See? And they will work to destroy those that they cannot control. So just psychopathy and narcissism can be used to expose it to the public. Because psychopaths and narcissists are all around. Narcissists and psychopaths are more likely to join a secret group that gives them the ability to get away with antisocial behavior. So if joining the Freemasons help you get away with being antisocial, and okay, because you're connected and it's easier for you to serve your needs, it's like you're more likely to gravitate towards being a politician or a Freemason if you're a psychopath or a narcissistic piece of shit. Okay, so and what do narcissists do? Well, revenge. You don't have to like piss on a narcissist's mother and set the house on fire for them to feel like revenge. Revenge can be a narcissistic injury where they feel the so-called narcissistic injury. Like they try to control you and you resist their attempts to control you can be enough to induce a so-called narcissistic injury. And if the narcissist has power and they pull strings to get you targeted, so it doesn't have to be that you're important. It could be the person that you piss off is important and well connected because they're a secret society member, and you resist their efforts to control them, and they pull strings to get the target. See, so that's another way to deal with this. Why do you think? Well, the people that target people, they're important. The deep state. Okay. Now, on the topic, the deep state entertainment industry, the They Live movie references gang stalking persecution. And what is that person? The They Live movie, rather Roddy Piper, we got one that can see. Oh, you mean somebody like Mike Saha, where every time he goes to the supermarket, there's people that are in remote communication with the earpiece with a handler, harass you, the cops are targeting you for a program. We got one that can see. Okay. And who is this Mike Sapp? Well, he has that experience being told with a program that sends people into the supermarket anywhere he goes. Find markets to harass him and target, including but not limited to police. And he's a person that has rubber videos. Apparently, this guy can see things most people are blind to. Like, hey, masses, here's what the deep state don't want you to know. They got you using softener, eating a high sugar diet. Look at this whole movie. They're hiding the agenda in plain view. Oh, it's one that can see that's being targeted. See? So, yeah, that is also something that's a relevant fact. Like, who is being targeted? A guy that can see the truth about deep state psychopaths and how they're working to abuse and control the masses. And that's who's being targeted in this program. Okay. Now I'm not gonna go, that's why I became targeted 100% only that reason. It could be a combination of factors. Some TIs never figure out. It'd be like, do you understand? You're the victim of tyranny and abuse, and it's like people push you for why would you be targeted? Always the same thing. They're doing that to discredit you. And that especially because they're probably working to deceive the target and get them to believe falsehoods about what they're targeting. Okay. And they're hoping to discredit you, help you to participate in your discreditation. It's like, why do you think you target? It's like they can even have somebody target you, and it'd be like the first week of the targeting. They have people wearing pentagrams or something like this in the as a theme in the harassment. They have flying monkeys wear like the pentagram on the clothes. Okay. And then they have people when you start talking about this, why do you think you're talking about it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's like satanic wiccans or something like this. Especially if like in the beginning where you're not, it's like, oh, they could be, oh, this guy's crazy, he thinks his witches target him. And they might have trying to get you to think that's why you're targeted. And then have other people ask why you're targeted. Well, I think it might be this. So they're working, and a lot of TIs never get clear that this is why I'm targeted. So that's also disgusting because if a woman gets raped, shows up in court, they don't go, why would somebody want to rape you or something like this? Why do you think that you got raped? Okay. Or it's like somebody gets shot or something like this. It's like, why would somebody want to shoot you or something like this? The issue is, I know I've been shot, okay? I've been shot. I'm not happy about it. But why would somebody? What do you think? Do you understand? It's like that's also part of the weirdness of people pushing for. Why do you think you're targeted? So anyway, here's the point. Uh, Yeah, so I am a person being targeted, and I am like the guy that they live with. They can see the truth in society that the deep state don't want the masses to know. Speaking of which, I was itching to make a video. I didn't pull the trigger on it. I was thinking about making a video, like a decode video, and talk about certain things, and be like, "Well, I'm gonna have to go live only on Bumble for that one if I make that video." It's like this is a video I feel like talk about this. And I was gonna have to be only on Bumble if I do, but it's like I didn't get to it yet. There's like these certain things. But anyway, it's the point. Here's another thing that I can do on YouTube, okay? Even though I'm live on YouTube now, I can share my vaccine status, okay? So even on YouTube. Now, I did not get vaccinated during COVID, okay? So some people go, I'm vaccinated, they like to share the vaccine status, to change their profile picture to, I got the jab or something like this on Facebook, and they make videos, I got my jab today. So I'm sharing my vaccine status. And what my vaccine status is, zero zilch nada. I didn't get one jab since turning, zero zilch nada. I didn't get one jab since turning 18, as a matter of fact. So not only did I get jabbed during COVID, as a lot of people do, I didn't get one jab since turning 18, period. Not the flu shots. A lot of people in Sweden, they get like a flu shot, they get this, that. I didn't get vaccinated once since I became responsible for my own care. Okay. I mean, I didn't get vaccinated once since turning 18. Not during COVID. Not during, before COVID or during COVID. And I'm not intending to get any vaccines either in the future. Okay. Now, if the government tells me they changed the laws, it's like you had to get the jab or you get the capital punishment, maybe I pick the COVID jab over certain execution by guillotine or something like this. I understand. So there's certain situations where I might get the jab, okay? Like if they made the law was like, if you don't get the jab, you get executed, okay? By the government, capital punishment, well, then 100% I'm gonna die from that. So maybe I prefer doing this thing I don't feel like doing over dying 100%. So do you understand? But it's like that's a different discussion, okay? So I'm not getting the jab unless it's like, so it's like, what could make me get the jab? Well, maybe if I needed to get the jab if they changed the laws, I had to get vaccinated to fly to Thailand and visit my wife who live in Thailand and stuff like this. And if the Thai government have a law that you're not allowed to enter the country without being vaccinated, it's like either I can go, I'm not flying to Thailand, I can go, well, I'll get the jab just because I can't enter this country without the vaccine and stuff like this. So there's certain like hypotheticals where in this situation I might pick the jab, but it's never gonna be because I feel I bought it. Okay, so I don't feel like I want a jab. So it means like if I don't get it, it keeps me from being able to board a plane, and I really want to get on a plane. Do you understand? But it's like here's the thing: I prefer not getting it. So I know that a lot of do the Bible church. I don't know if they want these churches that closed down there church service with government during COVID. A lot of churches during COVID, during the pandemic, they canceled their fellowship because the government recommended it. Okay, so there's a lot of churches closed down, and it wasn't a law. But it's like if you refuse to close your church or something like this, you're putting you in prison. It was like a recommendation, kind of. A lot of churches was like the government recommends that you don't hold church gatherings with like more than 50 people or something like this. So uh, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, if the government will tell me that during COVID recommend you don't read the Bible or talk to other Christians, or I wouldn't stop. If they recommend, well, for COVID it's safer not to pray or something like this, don't pray or read your Bible, talk to Christians. If that was a recommendation, I wouldn't listen to it. Okay, so truth divides. There must needs be heresy, but there are proof that they manifest. The pandemic has really revealed the true nature of a lot of churches in America. I understand. And also me talking about being targeted. Because like here's a church, a Bible church, that have participated in the persecution, gang stalking. They've targeted with narcissistic use tactics in the videos. So do the Bible church is a gang stalking church, international spy agency. Okay, so I'm a Christian, and I'm a target of state persecution in Sweden. Gang stalking is real. And I've been shadowed on YouTube, and I got 0 viewers live on YouTube. I close to 3,000 subscribers, and I've been live for like an hour. But it's like I had 3,000 subs, but it's like it's not shadow banning by YouTube or anything when I go live. Ranting vividly being the opposite of boring, and then I have 0 viewers most of the time. That's not shadow banning or anything. They're not working to like don't set up notification to all of the subscribers and things like this. Keeping the stream from showing up in like people's feeds. No bots and YouTube. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. So I really hope that there will be an uprising in America, and I really do. And if there is an uprising, you have to know as a citizen who's on the deep state side. The deep state that murdered thousands of Americans on 9/11 and have been doing a lot of things. And YouTube working to shut people up and working to save human life. Whoever has been working for YouTube and discriminating everybody else. You need to know because some people have blood on their hands, understand? And you need to know if there's an uprising in America, like the second revolution. You need to know who's on your side, understand? Do the Bible Church, they've shown the deep state side with Jordan Gang talking. And some of these people, like if they would be subjected to enhanced interrogation, they would confess to understand. They'd be able to give you actionable intelligence like Scott Johnson. I do believe so. Like if I joined the CIA and I got Scott Johnson or Tom Seagal in the room and subjected him to enhanced interrogation, he'd probably share some actionable intelligence about yes, he's been taking orders, and this is the person that told him to work this subtle communication with the next sermon. And this is the behind the scenes boardroom meeting where they also going to talk about how they understand. Most likely, given the right type of pressure, they'll not only confess but give you details that would prove gang stalking to be real. Understand? I do believe so. So anyway, here's the point. Here's another thing. This guy, Mr. Gansiger, went to Rumble. See, I'm not all about talking about YouTube shadow banning censorship. I remember this guy, Mr. Gansiger. You know, this God tubers used to be on YouTube. And then he went off to Rumble. Ran off sounds weak. But he went up to Rumble, okay? And before that, I'm pretty sure this is the same person, okay? Then it's like he was on YouTube, like, yeah, YouTube is working to shadow them, okay? It's like they play with the algorithm and they got me, they're not sending out notifications when I upload something. It's like they've been doing things to make me get less views on YouTube. Eventually went to Rumble. I think that might be portable. He went to Rumble. So YouTube also has been doing things where it's like it's not just that the terms of service are fucked up, but even if you keep the terms of service, they might still attack you. Okay, I've gotten strikes for ridiculous shit and 18 plus for ridiculous shit. Okay, I did a live stream most recent when they put 18 plus on my videos, which means you have to be logged in, and it makes you get less views on the videos if you put 80 plus on it. What was I doing? Live log. I think I was cutting my hair and showering my, or something like this. Brushing my teeth. Like what? They gave me an 18 plus for sexual themes. What's it called? Fetishes. Okay. For doing like a live stream with my shirt off, being a fitness YouTuber. Okay. This is just like fucking with you, understand? Another thing, North is a psychopath not to win birthdays, okay? Don't be evil, bitch. Bitch. Hey, bitch. Don't be evil, okay? Don't be evil, bitch, okay? Whoever the bitch is, okay? So here's the thing. I feel like the founding fathers deal with these filthy scumbag traitors and dirt, understand? I deal with the breeders. So I support. Oh, even when I've been putting in hard work to be like, what are the terms, dot my I's and cross my T's and stuff like this. Okay. It's like, oh, they just give me a strike for bullshit reasons. Okay. They just give me a strike for bullshit reasons. I got a strike by having a live stream. It'd be like plumbers come in here, and I have a live stream to like protect myself from the gambling, including the plumbers to talk me on home. To be honest, it's like why do cops have border cams? Because it keeps people honest, and people are less likely to cops or other people to do something criminal if there's a live stream on a camera. Okay, so it's like if I'm gonna have plumbers come here, I'll start a live stream. Okay, now in certain situations, I might just have a private recording, and if nothing happens, get rid of it. Now, if I can have plumbers come, so maybe I go live and be live here and be like, oh, hello, plumbers, and if I'm live in the same apartment I work on, makes it harder for a guy to get the plumbers to get. Oh, and when we're in there, get a perfume bottle, start spraying it around because he's allergic to perfume, and it'd be like it's like it'd be harder to do that if I'm live. Do you understand? So I had a live stream for my own safety to like protect myself. And it was no minus in there. But YouTube turned off the live stream that I had live to protect myself from gang stalking, from people being recruited to target me on home. They turned that off, okay, for featuring minors, okay. And there was not one person in the stream was a minor. So that they deleted the stream, turned off the live stream for bullshit reasons. Here's another thing. On my birthday, where I had an IRL stream, cab ride home, coming home, and then sitting here and I have a light on my phone. Oh, time to take my supplements and drink my super shake, protein shake. And I take supplements, vitamins, which is a big part of it you recommend and teach on, and drink protein shake. And then they pulled the stream and said, drug use, sale or use of regulated good drugs. Okay. So a guy takes supplements, drink a protein shake on camera, a fitness YouTuber. Give him a strike, delete the video, and lie and say that he was doing something he wasn't. That's the level that YouTube has been fucking with me, understand? Where it's like, here's another thing. One of my knife fighting martial arts training videos, 18 plus. They put 18 plus on it, okay. Whereas other tubers that do videos, that do comments on like use of force sales, and they show a video like cops shooting a guy in the head, border cam footage of a person getting shot in the head, and he didn't get 18 plus in the video. So he's showing videos of somebody getting shot in the head on camera on his big YouTube channel. And he's like talking about, yeah, that's good that it happened or something. But if I make a video practicing knife fighting martial arts as a martial arts form and talk about if you attack to the neck, that can be good targets on the knife fighting. 18 plus on it, okay? Things like this. So yeah, whatever. So anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to fucking get a Rumble account and subscribe to me on fucking Rumble if you don't want to miss out. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's a matter of when more than if my YouTube channel get fucking closed down by YouTube. And I'm not paranoid to thinking that when they've gotten me strikes and pull videos when I'm not even breaking the news before. Okay. See? Um, and the shadow banning shit. So if they close by, oh, what happened to Mike? I used to watch like water is a tune into his license. I haven't seen that, but oh, Kevin, what was his Rumble account? I don't remember. And his shadow ban on Google, if I search for him, it's hard to find his alternate platforms in Google searches. Oh, okay. It's better you get the alternate platforms now. Okay. Rumble. 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 Boogie will rumble. I will rumble. Freedom. Yeah. So I'm a persecuted Christian taught video, and I am like the guy that can see in the Daily movie. Oh my, yeah, I did just say that. I got the videos to prove it. I see the hidden preview to decoded this whole bit, that whole bit. Here's another thing. 9/11 was an inside job. In more ways than one. You know why? Because it was brought down with explosives inside of the towers is what brought down the towers, not the airplanes. And it was the deep state that controlled America from inside of America. Now the deep state are supernatural. Natural, okay? Which means it's not that the deep state are hiding in a cave in America somewhere. It's like they are above nations. So you have Chinese deep state members, like the Illuminati. You have Chinamen, you have Russians, you have Americans, you have all kinds of people. So, and they're not like, well, we're just in America. No, they control the world. They control the world. So, yeah, I'm a persecuted Christian. Told me I've been taught with state persecution. It's called gang stalk. I've been taught for more than 10 years. I've been attacked physically by the program and psychologically. So the bulk of the talk is psychological warfare. And a big part of that is basically narcissistic always abuse tactics, which means subtle targeting. Like it's subtle targeting. You feel abused by what 5 months are doing the same value as intended, but it's subtle, so it's hard to prove. Now, this program exists in America as well. And the former head of the Los Angeles FBI, Ted Gunderson, confirmed in the former affidavit the government gang stalk is real. The former head of the Los Angeles FBI, Ted Gunderson, confirmed in the sworn affidavit that gang stalk is real. So this program that Do the Bible Church works for, they have attacked me physically and loved ones physically. And a big part of total psychological warfare has been threats. terroristic threats, which means they're terrorists, domestic terrorists, and the founding fathers will be for people waging a war on them, is what I believe. Understand? They really, really. I would love it if the Bible Church would go on like a business trip here to Oxford, the city I live in, and be live, and I could show up, confront them, and I'd be live too, and subject them to some powerful insults for the understand. And if not, there might be somebody else to have to bid about. Understand? It might be somebody else work for this program that you've been working for, Scott Johnson, uh, uh, Tom Stegall, Poochie Jones, that have been abusing me and communicating threats that are going to cut my mother in the foot before it make her bleed before the deep state you communicate threats or make good on it, and all the other things. It might be one of these other 5 microphones that you get in your meeting about what's been happening to me. And remember that they could have come here and answered for themselves. They could have flown here and answered for themselves and be like, I'm here to answer for what the program has done to you, and I've been part of the program. Okay, you're a scumbag. Yeah, okay. At least I got to come to the face of a fucking scumbag. So I'm gonna open up Metal Gear Solid, and I don't wanna. I'm gonna keep going on with the chat turned off. If I have the chat turned on, they send these flying monkeys to my chat to talk to me. Online too. They foreshadowed 9/11. They foreshadowed the 9/11 attacks. Yeah, so this program that the Bible Church works for has attacked me physically, loved ones, and communicated terroristic threats against me. And Rafink Arnold. So I'm a TI, Christian Tony Vito, and Rafink Arnold to the Bible Church has taught me for this program. They've taught me for the gangs of persecution program in the classical ways, narcissist always abuse tactics. Yeah, it's an error, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so I'm like the founding fathers. I'm pretty mad about being tyrannized and oppressed. Gang stalk is real. There's like 9/11 inside job is real. Now that was done by the deep state, same deep state that ran Epstein Island, that controlled the Bible Church, where I think all of puppet pastors. Beware of puppet pastors. If you're a Christian American, you need to be aware that a lot of churches are controlled, the leadership, the pastors, the Bible teachers, and even like one of the mere YouTubers like making videos being Christian. A lot of these people are controlled by the deep state. See, which means they can get told to target you in different ways, work sadly to control how you look at things. They're serving the deep state basically, and the deep state out to get everybody. They only leave people alone that submit to them. So I'm the guy in the daily limit with the glasses, the daily guy with the glasses. Whereas to the Bible church, I think, oh, they are the setup. They leave the setup. Everybody sells up, and they got a comfortable life because they're not being persecuted. They're not being taught by the deep state with this persecution program. As me being like the guy with the glasses, they can see the truth and it's work to resist. So yeah, beware these sellouts. The Bible Church had told me for this persecution, but also Raphael Garland. I keep this live stream on. I try to start. I was gonna play Metal Gear Solid, and as I open up Steam and click start, I had some error message: unable to sync your game progress. It might create problems if you play it from this. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll close Steam and reopen it and try a little bit later. Exit Steam. Jordan Peterson has a clip about history goes bad when like good men do nothing or they keep the mouth shut. Yeah, what do you think when I go around have my blood boil about what's happened to me being tyrannized and like things like do the Bible church communicating well threat or that the deep state are gonna sacrifice my mother and things like this. It's like and it makes me mad. It's like, oh Bob, you good little boy and I won't make videos about it and it's like no. Why do you think I'm going live and like rant about it? Because I can't just sit at home, keep my mouth shut, knowing what has been done to me is being done perpetually, and they're gonna keep doing bad things. To the Bible Church, as far as I'm concerned, they are domestic terrorists because they're working for a deep state prostitution program that abuses Christian men like me in tyrannical, evil, oppressive ways. And part of how they target you is by communicating terroristic threats, like we're going to kill you, we're going to hurt you, blah, blah. That's part of the gang stalking, the psychological warfare, threatening and doing harm to you. So as far as I'm concerned, the domestic terrorists. And the Swedish police are not the good guys. Do the Bible share made a video recently talking about tyranny. The Swedish police are the fucking bad guys. I'm a Christian warrior man fighting evil in this country, not by being a vigilante, but by going reproving the African works of darkness, making videos, okay? It's an informal war primarily. It's like there's a program called Gang Stalking held in Sweden and America where the government has knowledge and awareness of it. And they do X, Y, and Z to they poison you, they harass you, they target this and that way. They and just work to get the word out and talk about it and what it is fighting back. Okay. What does the Swedish government do? The Swedish cops are not stopping flying monkeys of the persecution program from spraying with chemicals, it's been done to me, trying to make me have accidents. I've had several stage accident attempts with a program put something slippery like in the bar neck in the store when I go shopping. Ica Quantum. And they've had the program has put up a dentist to poke a hole in my teeth for a tooth infection. And but if I look at what the program has been doing to me, this government program, according to the law, the lab Swedish law, it's illegal. Harassment is illegal in Sweden, and this program that's happening in Sweden, it gets people to harass you. Okay, there's like a bulk of it. Like the daily tone is harassment. Okay, and some Christian church go, oh, submit to the rulers are terror to evil works not good. Well, the Swedish government is not a terror to evil works. They're terror to good works. So I'm a Christian like the founding fathers being targeted with persecution, abuse and tyranny, oppression. And I work to speak out about it. And then the cops work to harass me for speaking out about it. See? And try to shut down my whistleblowing activities like, hey, this is going on. See? So just use my freedom of speech to resist tyranny by speaking out about the tyranny. They're working to, the cops are working to shut that down. So the Swedish police are not the good guys, okay? And they're not working to stop this criminal evil persecution. But they are participating in helping with it. They're the participating in helping with it. So the government has turned tyrannical in Sweden and America. The issue is that it's like a big part of tyranny is like covert. Was like they did 9/11, but the masses are unaware that the deep state that controlled Trump and Biden and everybody else did 9/11. Politics is a fucking scam, understand? The deep state control the media, they control politics, they control all these things. For people, I didn't get to the point yet where I have like die-hard fans on Rumble, okay? But if it gets to that point, it's like the best content, get like a terabyte hard drive and you download like my video, like decoding this movie, for example, like no platform movie decoded. If like a person's like, yeah, that was a good video. It's like I woke up to this truth after I saw Mike's video. It's like if you really cherish it, just save it to a hard drive. In case the deep state goes to like the Rumble theory, so you're gonna have to like shut down this channel, find an excuse, make it work, shut off. Okay, see, because there's no guarantees. I'm not naive. It's like I'm not like, this is how the law. On Rumble, I'm allowed to speak my mind on the pandemic, right? And the strikes. It's great. They're never going to do so. Like it's like just because right now able to, there's no guarantees. People can be guided to understand, and platforms that are decent now can turn really bad in the future. There's no guarantees. Okay. It's better to, if you want to err, it's better to err on the side of pessimism and being so-called cynical than to be like naive and be like expect the best in all circumstances. Okay. So anyway, here's the point. You know, the Swedish government, so part of the program I've been getting, this gang stalking, they actually recruited a gang stalking program, the caregiving staff that have a job to come and help out the previous one. There's been a change of caregiving firm company, but the previous one, where they were recruited to be flying monkeys, targeting in my own home for the persecution program. So it's one thing that it's like, well, as long as I stay home, I don't get abused. Okay. So part of the targeting, if you told me, is I go to the supermarket. There's going to be people in there that are gang stalking perps, so called, which are inside baseball in the TIA community, meaning people that work for the gang stalking program. The reason they're in the supermarket and they have like duties earphones with the headband. Okay. Yeah, okay, you see the guy with the red jacket. Okay, walk past him, and as you walk past him, calls 3 times for this. And that could be like a theme in your harassment that they have people show up around the five monkeys that they're instructed to cough 3 times specifically. And it like notice it's like a subtle, now they can get people after you've been harassed at this over time. Now it's like you go into supermarket, they can have a person just cough 3 times, and you notice it because you've been harassed with this tactic over and over again. But other people in the store can't tell somebody's been harassed by the government because they just heard a guy coughing 3 times. But if like it's been your life as a team of harassment the last 6 months, that every time you're out in public, there's somebody coughing 3 times specifically right as they pass you, or as you're entering a store, there's a person like standing in the entrance of the store and then doing it time to when you walk past or something like this. This is a lot of the target attacks are this summer. See, a lot of the target attacks are this summer. Where's I going with this? Where's I going with this? Sometimes I'm like starting to work towards a point, and then I forgot what the point I was working towards was. Okay, so it's like here's the point. Yeah, the caregiving firm. So the previous caregiving firm, I have the autisms. Okay, the tisms, and because of that, it's like part of the deal is that I'm most likely to be homeless. Well, no, I wouldn't be homeless per se. Here's the point: the only way I could get an apartment was like using my autism, and it's not like a dirty game. Meaning, if you're autistic in Sweden, you have a right to like assisted housing or living in a group home. Okay, and if it wasn't for me learning that I had that right and using it, maybe you understand. It's like it's very hard for me to get an apartment because I have debts and stuff. And here's the thing too: the program was working to get me debt before the target started because you're more vulnerable to target if you're in debt. Okay, there's things that you can do. Money answered all things. This program works to target finances, relationships, everything. So, anyways, the point. That's also why I've been more volatile the last 24 hours. I have self awareness. So the reason I've been able to endure a lot of this abuse without going nuts and like getting locked up for a good reason, okay? I mean, well, for a reason, is learning the truth about health fitness. Like taking L-theanine, ashwagandha, magnesium, uh, niacin, and everything I'm doing with the diet and supplementation has helped me to, despite all of these attempts to push me over the edge and harass me and target me and attack me physically, psychologically, I'm still alive to begin with and not locked up from snapping in a bad way yet. Okay. See? So it's like I ran out of L-theanine. I've been out of L-theanine for like, what, 3 days now. And there's some supplements I've been taking less of because I'm rationing it. Okay. And I noticed where it's like I'm a lot more irate about the targeting. Do you see? So it's like the contrast. Was I go like, yeah, taking these supplements can help other TIs. L-theanine, ashwagandha, magnesium, it can help you mental, physical health, and target. It's like I noticed in myself. That's like once I run out of something, like niacinamide, which has happened for a week or so, or L-theanine, it's like, oh, I've been a lot more stressed and worked up, and the target has been pissing me off a lot more recently. And it's like, oh, I've been out of L-theanine lately. The last few days, I've been more angry and livid while being targeted. It's like, what else has changed? Oh, I haven't been taking L-theanine for 3 days because I ran out of it. See? It's like one of the supplements is on my protocol, I ran out of it. See? So, anyways, the point. Uh, yeah, so my point is this. One of the only ways I could get an apartment it is like the autism, like assisted housing, which you have a right to if you're autistic and you have a certain degree of autism problems. You can either live in a group home or in assisted housing. Okay, I don't live in a group home; I live in assisted housing. So part of the thing is I have a caregiving firm come in and clean with me. And it used to be like maybe go shopping with them or something like this. Okay. And just things like this. And sure enough, the previous caregiving staff, not the current one, okay? I'm not talking about them now. If there's something to report, the report is related. Now, here's the thing. It's like something worth writing home about or rambling about, okay? So here's the point. The previous caregiving staff started targeting me for the program. So they got recruited, the caregiving staff, that will come into my house to clean with me. And that's like part of the deal, package deal. And if you don't receive help, it's like you apparently don't need to live in a situation like this. And it's like you become homeless. So here's the point. It's like I get the caregiving staff come clean with me sometimes. I will go shopping with them sometimes. And sure enough, the caregiving staff start targeting for the program. I can tell that they were recruited and put up to target me for the gang stalking program, doing narcissist always abuse tactics to me in my home. So it's one thing. It's bad enough to be, I can't go out in public for a walk and enjoy God's nature or gospel tracting or just go downtown to do shopping without flying monkey agents of King George the tyrant showing up to harass and abuse me, communicating veiled threats, sometimes attack me physically. But part of the time they try to make me have access. I've been sprayed with chemicals out in public by people at the program. They have covert devices. They can have something in the car or in the hand and they can walk past you like squirt a toxic chemical on it. Covertly, very discreetly. This I've been told physically by the program. So it's like it's bad enough that I can't go outside, even on my fucking balcony, without people being sent out to walk past my balcony and do things to make me feel harassed and abused. The founding fathers took up arms and ready to kill people for less. So the founding fathers didn't have the experience that I had when they started rebelling to the British and like write a constitution and a list of grievances. Okay, like here's the abuses, list of grievances. No, it's like they want to tax the tea and this other thing. Okay, and it's like it's not only that, but it's like they were abused. One of the things they don't like is the work like tax or tea, hence the Boston Tea Party. Okay, like so they weren't like, oh, we can't go outside. This is when we start rebelling against the British and getting mad. It's like it wasn't that it's like they cut their mother in the food after threatening to, hurting their loved ones, spraying them with poison when they're out in public. Okay, and like they don't have the freedom to be out in public and being harassed by the government. It wasn't to that point. It was a lot less. Okay. So if you think, Mike, you're angry and ranting, and you sound very like violent in your temperament, it's like the founding fathers might criticize me for not being more angry and like violent. That's understand in my temperament. Okay. I think the founding fathers they would like critique Hobbes to be like, this guy hasn't been angry enough. It's more likely they'd be like he's been too angry about what's been happening. Understand? More likely they'd be like, this guy hasn't been angry enough. He should have been angry. It's like more likely they would say that. The founding fathers. Okay. So anyways the point. Is it even more prevalent? So here's the thing. Has there been times where I feel like getting physical with the perks work for the program, like the gang stalking agents? So I'm like, yeah, I've just been, but never acted on them. Okay, like there's been moments where I felt like getting physical with them, but I never have. Okay, like the last 10 years, I didn't put hands on anybody, and there's been many times where I've been like right to the limit and being really angry about the abuse, but it's like I've never crossed the line or like putting hands on them. So anyway, support. And I've only just begun on this. I've only just begun. The beauty of my strategy is I have made the videos. I made videos, dangerous videos, where I got my side of the story out. And there's more videos to make. But it's like I've made videos on TikTok, Instagram. I have reels amateur the video, and here's what the timing is. TikTok, Instagram, Rambo, BitChute. So in case I end up being locked up in a cycle of prison for like doing activism against this tyrannical program. It's not like I've got my side of the story out before, understand? So if I get put in a psych ward and they murder me in there or something like this, the Epstein did, they take me out somehow by proxy. It's not like, oh, it's like, I can't guarantee that won't happen, understand? And I can't like guarantee this. Like, oh, once I get out of here, I can make a video saying, "Here's what I got put in here," or something like this. Here's my side of the story. But I can give my side of the story before. And the deep state has been working to hide me from people, shadow ban me, hide my videos. So if it gets to a point where I get attacked physically by the program, fight back, and it's like possibly that can help to create traction to my videos. Understand? That's the beauty of it. Whereas like I've been working to remain peaceful, and they've been working to make my peaceful resistance activism as non-efficacious as possible. Okay. But if push comes to shove and I'm in the supermarket and confront one of these perps, because I finally have enough, I put my foot down and it's like, you're a scumbag perp. The cops show up, put me in a psych ward, and then I get murdered there. Quite possibly a good that can come out of that bad thing that I want happening. It's like possibly there's a news story and it's like man goes to psych ward while screaming in the supermarket, people are government agents. Maybe people find my flashback forum post about gang stalking, my TikTok in Swedish talk about what gang stalking is. Do you understand? Where it's like I'm navigating away where it's not like if I get put in a prison or a psych ward or lose my shit somehow, it's like it's game over. But as a matter of fact, that might actually help. There was a guy, Marvin Heemeyer, made a bulldozer tapes. He was also abused by the government. Okay, Marvin Heemeyer. And he had enough for being abused by the government. And they hadn't cut his mother in the foot after Christian ministers had been threatened to cut his mother in the foot. See, they hadn't been spraying him with chemicals and communicating well threats against him and his loved ones and abusing him daily. But do you understand? So it's like I'm not planning to be a killdozer and run over the government office with it. But if I go nuts from the targeting for real and like snap and get in a fight or something like this, and the government puts me in a psych ward, I made the videos, okay. I told people there's people working to push me over the edge. I've been abused. Here's what they've done to me. Here's Christian ministries involved to do the Bible Church, I think Arnold. And it's like I've gotten my side of the story out, understand? So it's not like if the government gets me in a cycle, that shuts everything down. Because do you understand? It's like it would be worse if I hadn't started making videos yet, and then the government gets me in a cycle. There, haha. It's like he was starting fixing to start speak out about this persecution. Now we got him in a cycle, and he didn't have one video made about the persecution yet. Do you understand? So, anyways, a quote. What is my intention here? My intention is to keep fighting simply. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. I'm gonna keep resisting. I'm gonna keep fighting back against these tyrants. And how am I fighting back? By making videos like this, ranting and raving about the tyranny and how mad I'm about it. Okay. And that's not useless. Okay. That's not useless. It's not a waste of time. Now there's some videos that I do that are better in some ways where it's like getting more specific when I'm in a calmer mood and like breaks down. It's like, hey, here's 9/11 and my commentary on it. Here's a movie that where the deep state is like hiding in plain view what they do to us all and what they plan to do or have been planning to do. Do you understand? Some videos like that can be better, can be a lot better. So yeah. My point is this: finish the talk about the KGB staff. So I'm a Christian told we talk about gang stalk in Sweden with autism. part of like the deal is like accepting help from caregiving staff. So the previous caregiving staff got recruited by the program, several of the staff, to start doing narcissist abuse tactics in their own home. So it's one thing if I like, oh, I need to go shopping and I have to deal with people abuse me with narcissistic abuse in the supermarket, and which is criminal, it's illegal, it's wicked according to the Bible, according to the law of the land, according to everything. It's wrong. Okay. And it's like I shouldn't have to put up with that. It's really bad, but it's like I can be able to say, okay, I go shopping now and then. It's like bites my tongue. It's really making me mad, but it's like get my shopping done and get home. Kind of. It worst case scenario. Okay. But it's one thing when the government starts getting people to talk the inside of your own home, especially when it's people that, according to Swedish law, at the LSS law, they're supposed to act in ways to make your life easier. And they're doing the opposite. They're taking orders from a secret program to make your life harder, abuse you, work to break you down, and make your autism problems worse by attacking your mental health. Okay. And everything else. So after the previous caregiving staff, several of them, started targeting me for the gang stalking program in my home. And I was long suffering and kind and gentle to them. And I never got physical with them. Do you understand? I could have been like, oh, this person shows up to be with me that has abused me several times before. I'm gonna just go to the kitchen and I come out with a butcher and I charge them with it and get even with them. I could have done that and they wouldn't have a chance to make it out alive. But now my point, I'm not threatening that or saying it's okay to. I'm saying as an example how I could have responded to the abuse. Could it be like, well, they've abused me 30 times in a row in my home now, and I'm gonna get even with them. Next time, oh, is that person that, hey, I'm just need to go, excuse me, go to the bathroom, take a piss, close the door, and then when the door swings open, I'm holding a knife running at them. And good luck making out of this apartment. I have been stabbed once at least. And one time is all it takes. A lot of time. Okay. I could have responded like that. I could have decided to get physical with them. And most of them are more athletic, harder, better, faster, strong at fighting. I've been in street fights before. A lot of these people are unathletic, soft, fat, average Joes or Janes that are less athletic. They get tired quick. They can't run as fast as I can. They're not trained in martial arts. Do you understand? It's like, so what is the point? A big part is like these fucking freaks. It's like they're the type of people I've seen in clips, like a zoo where some mental ill person jumps over the fence. I've seen videos like this. Like a crazy person jumps over the fence like Chinese zoo and starts like poking a lion with a stick or something like this. He gets mauled half to death. And then it's like that's what everybody expected. It's like that fuck with the bull, you get the horse. It's like how crazy are you understand? It's like if that tiger wants to hurt you, you're in its territory, it's gonna hurt you. Or a panda, or a bear, or whatever, okay? So normal people don't a sane person wouldn't take orders to be with me, especially a Christian warrior, to take orders to bully me in my own home. Understand? It takes mental illness. It takes mental illness to be antisocial to that degree to begin with. You get like moral insanity. It's like to be targeting somebody that never did something to you. See, it was like these people I've done something to them before. It's like these people that get recruited by a program. I've never done something to this person, and they start abusing me for a program because somebody put them up to it. Okay. Anyway, here's the point. So I didn't. I was and it, like for years I was abused by King. I was buried. I was long suffering. I was suffering this abuse for a long time, but I, one time getting physical or really aggressive, would have even verbally. Eventually, I start like getting really mad about it. Okay. And it's like I start making videos and ranting about like I've been abused by these people. I'm sick and tired of it. Darvo. They switched to Darvo mode. So the same people that have been abusing me on home, killing me from, they go, oh, the guy's crazy, and dangerous. Need to get him in a psych ward. And they swat me, get the SWAT to come arrest me, put me in a psych ward. So the deep state get people to work to drive an autistic person crazy. Autistic person goes crazy. Put him in a psych ward. Now notice how the Swedish cops, they didn't show up here and put the neighbors in this apartment complex or neighborhood in cuffs that had been abusing me for the program driving me nuts. They didn't come to get the LSS staff that had been breaking Swedish law abusing me. They come to put the victim of the abuse in cuffs and hold me off to psych ward in the middle of the night. I'm a warrior, Christian warrior. You are the Swedish police, as far as I'm concerned. If I look at their behavior, they are like the SS or something like this. People picking people up the Jews to put them in camps. See? They're protecting criminals. Like the people that are targeting me, they're breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law to fight back against them. But if I go nuts from the targeting as intended, it's designed to push over the edge. It's like I get mad. It's like, oh, he's mad, put him in the psych ward for reacting to the abuse. They work to drive you nuts, you go nuts eventually. Nuts doesn't mean I'm hearing voices, but it's like, I'm mad as hell, not gonna take it anymore. See, that type of going nuts, okay? See, I'm mad as hell, I'm not gonna take it anymore, god damn it, I'm mad, okay? Enough is enough. See, it's like, oh, this guy is crazy and he's saying we're talking, he needs to go to psych on his paranoid, okay? So the cops come and get the Christian evangelists, persecuted Christian, hold them off into cuffs because I've been the victim of persecution, abuse many years. And then they have like the neighbors that have been breaking the law. Sepulveda, that bitch, one of these fine markers have been taught me for the program, walking past me as I'm sitting there in cuffs. And okay, now they didn't get him and haul him off the prison. See? They didn't get him home off the prison or anybody else. So yeah, the previous LSS staff were targeting of my own home with gang stalking. That's unacceptable. I understand. I've got it to a point where I'm honest. I'm not just talk. I got to a point where I in the targeting, where it's like I go like, yeah, I've been very long suffering, and a lot of it you haven't seen it. Okay, it's like I've been long suffering, and like I can't guarantee I'll be as gentle. Like, do you understand? I'm being abused every time I go to the supermarket by little informant, agent, fucking Stasi, punk, fucking disgusting freaks abusing me for the government. Okay, and in my own home. And I've been patient and kind and gentle and like, okay. Like I'm more than Christian at times if you look at just the behavior. Like be kind, do good to them, the persecuted, bless and curse not. Charity is kind, long suffering. It's not easily provoked. It took 30 times of provoking this guy intensely until he really got mad. Okay. So that's a long time. 30th time this person takes orders to abuse Mike in his own home. He's raising his voice and getting like, I'm mad now. Okay. See, like the 30th time. Okay. That's a long time. Mike suffered this abuse for a long time until he started putting his foot down and like enough is enough. I'm mad about this. That's a long time. Now, oh, but Mike, if the government is abusive, why don't you just leave the country? I'm having to spend most of my money to survive the torment. Okay. I'm having to spend most of my money to buy clothes to protect from being shot with a CIA dart gun again in the other leg. Okay. I got shot with a CIA dart gun right here. I have a numb spot, pressure numb spot right here. Right here. Permanent damage from being shot with something by this program. In the corner store. Esplanadens livs, nära dig, Timex, whatever the fuck it's called. That's one thing the program did to me. One of several times the program has physically attacked me. They shot me in my right leg with something, and I would think it was a CIA dart gun or something similar. Okay. If not, the main thing is I got a perp walk past me, shot me in the leg with something that caused a severe physical reaction and permanent damage where 4 years after this happened, at least three plus for sure, more than 3 years after this happened, I've had a constant bad off feeling in my right calf, a numb pressure type sensation all the time. It's like if you have an injury, like it's a constant feeling, pressure numbness, not like intense pain, but I have a bad feeling in my right leg constantly. Understand? Somebody worked for this program prep to do that. Okay. So after that happened, and I think it could have been a CA dog and it was supposed to kill me, but the amount of vitamin C, the antitoxin that I had in my bloodstream, quite possibly that's what made brought and reduced an LD50 dose to sub LD50 dose. This is theoretical, but I thought about this. It's like I take a lot of vitamin C. Tom Levy has a video, vitamin C ultimate antitoxin against all kinds of toxins or something. This is what he says. And it's like I take a lot of vitamin C daily. I got sober sometimes. I think could have been a CA dog scan. And I could feel as if a toxin just entered my body. I didn't die, so maybe it was supposed to kill me, but because of the supplements I'm taking, everything I'm doing to protect my body and strengthen it, I survived, see. But it left permanent damage. It'd be like this: if you get bitten by a rattlesnake in the arm, let's say a snake in the arm, I would expect to feel like nerve twitches and like a bad feeling spreading through from the injection site. And then you can die of a heart attack, anaphylaxis, shock anaphylaxis, whatever. But if you survive it for some reason because they put an antidote in you, you might still have like local, like at the injection site where the fangs will be, like the same part might be like numb and have an off feeling for the rest of your life after that. But you didn't die. See, that's what I think. Like they shot me in the leg with a dart gun, and uh, quite possibly supposed to kill me, but I survived it. And you can go hypothetical. But here's the thing, once again. So I'm not allowed to teach people life-saving truths that could save children get bitten by snakes in America or something like this on YouTube because they punish me with medical misinformation strikes if I share too much life-saving medical information. So there's American children that might step on a snake and die this year, but Mike Sack can't make the videos on how to survive that, okay, on YouTube. Because, do you understand? Do you understand? So whatever, here's the point. Oh, this parents that use software and spray countertop cleaners in the children's homes. And Mike can't make videos about how bad it is. That could lead to less children being poisoned every day and getting cancer or asthma, whatever the health effects might be, like overexposure to common hygiene home cleaning chemicals. He can't make those videos in the way he wants to make them on YouTube because YouTube will punish him for that. See? His work to save children from getting asthma and cancer and whatever other health problems you might get from certain type of exposures of things that Mike talks about in his videos. Do you understand how angry I am at YouTube sometimes? So whatever, here's the point. So here's the thing. I got shot in the leg with a dart gun. But Mike, why don't you just leave the country? Okay. First of all, if I move to Poland, I'll be targeting Poland, okay? And it's like if I even try to leave the country, they're more likely to try to take me out on the way, you understand? Like at the latest, like on the airplane or something like this, or in the airport. Because this is what I have to expect. That it's like if I start getting close to leaving the country, they try to take me out. So if I even survive leaving the country, I might get told in the country that I leave to. Because the deep state are supernatural. Supernatural. No, supranatural, which means they're above nations, okay? The deep state is like they can talk in America, Russia, whatever, okay? So I got shot leg with a dog gun. You know what? I had to spend like how much? $400 in total on two sets of Kevlar lined clothes that I could wear when I go outside to make it harder for the program to get a dart gun through my clothes into my body. See? So I had to buy a top and bottom set that's Kevlar lined, DuPont Aramid lined. Just you're not supposed to have to be like this. Like you get shot with things going up by the government, and you had to like wear clothes that act as armor. And then the same government will harass me and use my special outfit as a reason why you look off. Yeah, the reason that I have to wear this outfit, a big part of it, is to protect myself from chemical sprays and fucking dart guns I've been hit with before. And apparently the government's not keeping things like this from happening to me. Okay, so it's all me to defend myself. It's all me to protect myself. Okay, so a big part of the money that I have to spend to just survive the targeting. Understand? To work to take supplements to heal damage from things they have done to me before, to mitigate damage from ways I am targeted continually, and to prevent super serious damage from things they might do in the future. I had to spend money on cameras to make it hard for people to go inside my home because that's part of targeting, COVID entry, and poison my food. I've had to invest in stuff to assure the system, make it hard for programs at home, supplements to make myself less affected by the target fundamentally, special outfits to protect from dart guns, which have caused permanent damage to my body before, and all these things. Money answered all things. So I had this a lot of part. I had to spend money just to like pairing loads that the program attacks me all the time. It's really hard for me to just like just and if I would like win the lottery and have $1 million tomorrow, it's like they'd be more likely to take me out if I can leave the country. Understand? Like to incentivize to go from like half-hearted attempts to full-hearted attempts to take me out. Do you understand? So you're not supposed to have to go through this. And you know what? It's not like oh well Mike is he chose to fight against the deep state, so that's why. No. They were targeting me close to this level before I started making videos about the deep state. Understand? They try to put me in a psych ward to discredit me before I even started whistleblowing. See? So part of the reason I started speaking out, I got to a point where it's like I've come close to dying from this targeting. They've tried to put me in a cycle, get me misdiagnosed. The Swedish cops get me misdiagnosed. So it's like, yeah, I might die from this target. There's no guarantees. It's not some Bible. It's like if you're persecuted as a Christian, God guarantees you survive 20 years at least with persecution. 100% God promises. That's not one of his promises, okay? So it's like, well, I might die from this. It's like, it might as well go down swinging, okay? Make videos about what's happening, and yeah, they might target me even more if I start speaking up, but they already targeted to a point that's unacceptable, and I can't post a time from it, understand? So it's like they made the choice really easy, okay, to start speaking out. I didn't sign on papers. I didn't. The target they didn't start after I started speaking out and working to expose this tyrannical example. It was going on before that. So yeah, yeah, I got things to do. I'll keep the lights off now. Sometimes I just go live and stay live. I feel like talk about something and then I end up like I gotta take a leak and make some coffee and I just end up keeping the stream on rather than ending it and starting up one later. So I'm gonna keep making videos, speaking out, and I'm going to have an effect with my warfare. Do you understand? It's an info war. I'm going to keep making videos, fighting the deep state, the persecution, and the Swedish government is going to destroy my life and attack me and my loved ones. I'm gonna keep making videos, and it's not just all talk. It's like cut back to 3 years ago. I've talked like this, and I've kept making videos. See, I don't care if you say I'm not getting many views. I don't see that much effect of the activism speaking out about it. I'm gonna keep doing it until there is an effect. Understand? I'm not going to stop. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep resisting these tyrants as long as I can. And I can't guarantee how long I can do it, but as long as I can, I will. I'm looking forward to making Rumble exclusive streams. As I said before, it's harder to be a quality truth knower speaker on YouTube than on Rumble. Even though I might be able to get more views. Now here's the thing. I know that sometimes when I go live like this, I have like it says three live viewers on Rumble, and then it's like YouTube zero. So even on a Rumble channel, it's not shadow banner thing, say on YouTube. It's like on Rumble, and not now it goes up. A lot of times after I say I got point out, say it's like this is the level of like real time the fucking. Where it's like I point out this is shadow banning people, got zero views right now on YouTube. It goes up to one or two right after I say it. See, as if like the program somebody gets told okay, click and start watching to kind of cover up in real time the level of targeted. So anyway, support. I'm looking forward to making more. And if Rumble it shuts me down, I find another platform. If that's Kick or uh, there's gonna be a platform to go to. Understand? I'm not gonna stop. If they shut me down on Rumble, I go somewhere else or get a new Rumble account. If that doesn't work, I get another. Okay. I probably wouldn't have got on TikTok where I've been reaching quite a lot of people if it hadn't been for YouTube fucking with me and getting fed up, and I'm gonna have to go to other platforms more because I'm sick and tired not getting enough views on YouTube due to shadow banning. So, anyway, it's a point. It's like you cross the bridge when you get there. Right now, I don't feel like Rumble is working to uh, suppress what I'm doing and shadow ban and things like this. And it's like I'm not intending to break the terms of service, which are not as tyrannical as YouTube. So, okay. So it's like pretty much a lot of what I do is ends up being like Alex Jones, crash out rants about tyrants, what they do to me, what I feel like. Do you understand? It's like the Alex Jones show only for real. Here's another thing. Alex Jones is a fucking shill. He's a fake truther. Alex Jones is a counterintelligence agent, fake truther. It's like art imitates life, imitates life. It's like I'm a real truther, and it's like sometimes when I explain what I do, it's like I similar to Alex Jones. Understand? Like somebody asks me like, "What do you do to YouTube channel?" Why I do like it's like sometimes it's like I recommend my channel to somebody. It's like give almost like a disclaimer. It's like beware. It's like it's like there's a lot of it's gonna make you uncomfortable. It's not like an easy listening channel for your grandmother or something like this, okay? But so it's like it's similar to Alex Jones, with like live rant crash outs about tyrants, what they're doing to him, how mad he is, 1776, okay? They hung him high back in the day or something. It's like there's a lot of like the worst rants that I do. They're not worse than Alex Jones uh, ranting, okay? And he's a fake. He's doing like an act, okay? Where like he's pretending to be a guy who's as mad as I genuinely am about being tyrannized. Because Alex Jones is a counterintelligence agent. We got one that can see. Yes, yes. Alex Jones is a shield. Trump is a shield too. I hate to break it to you. Trump is a shield. Okay, it's a shield. So I got a list on my desk here where I used a Sharpie to write down a list of Christian ministries that have taught me for the gang stalking program. And it says Rafink Arnold. It says Christian Targeters. Rafink Arnold, David Bursins, Andy Woods, Brandon Holthouse, Duluth Bible Church. Okay. And it's like really what I should do or might do is use this knife to engrave it in the wood. Okay. Because it can possibly rub off and it's this and this. So it's like I want it to really stick, understand? So it's like this is the type of stuff, okay? It's like I've been working to get the word out and speak out about ministries participating in gang stalking, and I've been making my mark, understand? So anyways, the point which would also be part of the FUP, förundersökningsprotokoll. If there would be something that happens in here that there's a crime scene investigation, there'd be photographs or whatever I wrote on the walls, which I haven't done yet. But you understand, it'd be like uh, anything that happens in here. Meaning, if the deep state would get a fly mic in here to abuse me, and they get physical, and there's like a crime scene thing and a FUP, there'd be pictures of what's been scratched into my desk. And it's part of public record for the record, see. And it's like that's part of Swedish public FOIA requests for information then. And it's not in a Rumble video or YouTube. These people have targeted me. And YouTube could shut me down for terms of service violations, even if I don't break the terms. And be like, oh, the videos where I was like, for the record, these people have targeted me for the program of Christians online. And it's like, oh, they got my YouTube channel taken away. All these videos naming ministries involved in targeting is gone now. It's like, if it's all that, so it's like, anyway, it's the point. And these guys like to talk about blood sacrifice. I wonder how many views I could get for a pint of blood, understand? I wonder how many views I could get to my videos about gang stalker toward videos, which are dangerous to the deep state, with a pint of blood, understand? Meaning if a purple come attack me and I have to use lethal force to defend myself, they end up bleeding, and it's blood, if it bleeds, it leads, blood and guts, and it's a crime scene photo, and possibly that will help get a lot of views to my videos about gang stalking. Do you understand? I don't like having to think like this, but with the way things are going, I don't know. Meaning, with the way that I've been targeted inside my own home, like, do you understand? It's like the previous caregiving staff that have a job, like the official story is they're coming to Mike's house to help him clean at home because he has autism. Men really they were working to abuse me with psychological violence in my home and physically because they show up reek of perfume because I'm allergic to perfume. So I believe that was intentional. That the same handler that got these caregiving firm workers to say and do things I'm supposed to be violated and abused by, which is illegal, by the way, according to Swedish law. Okay. Uh, they also happen, this person that has done dog whistling abuse for the persecution program to me before show up, smell like a perfume shop. And I go, you smell like perfume. And it's like, it's in my records. Like if you get on a caregiving firm, like thing, it's gonna be like you meet a social worker or something like this, and I plan your help and be like, what are individual needs? It's like I'm very allergic, okay? So it's like it's not like I'm being like over what's it called, like high maintenance. It's like they're gonna ask like, what do you need help with? Is there something that you're sensitive to or something? They're gonna ask you unless you tell them. So it's like, yeah, I'm allergic to perfume, super allergic. Okay, which means it's like it's not good if the staff come here and like they spray perfume on themselves in the morning and show up here in the morning to clean with me because I'll be itching and it can really fuck with me. They're not cussing, but it's okay. It can really affect me bad. So it'd be good if they could like be told that if they're gonna come clean, they don't have perfume on them. Okay, which is like that's like part of standard care. Like nurses in hospitals, they have like part of it. In some professions, like we don't use perfume because some people are allergic. So there's some people might show up in hospital that are allergic to perfume, and if the nurse has perfume, they have an asthma attack because they smell perfume of the nurse. Do you understand? So it's like they be in certain environments. It's like doctors, surgeons, nurses don't have perfume. So anyway, support. So it's like it's been in writing that I'm super sensitive, allergic to perfume, and it really hurts me if I'm exposed to it. Okay, and the LSS law says that insatsen ska vara väldigt mycket anpassade efter individens behov. And it's even in the LSS law, which I've read, there's like things to do with you make things harder to breathe and things like this. It's something about that in there. Say, it's like so. Anyway, one of the caregiving people show up, smell like a perfume shop, and I go, it's like a smell like. And the part of context, this person that before has taken orders to do things to hurt me, like psychological warfare, directed speech, narcissistic speech tactics, and I call them out on it, not aggressively. I'm like, you smell like perfume. And it's like, oh yeah, I was in a hair salon before, and then it might have spread. Okay, and then the same people, and can you understand how that can make you angry? If it's like these people's job is to help you with autism, you've already been allowing them without getting aggressive to abuse you repeatedly and letting it slide. And they keep pushing the envelope to be like a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And eventually you start being more like stressed when they're with you and aggressive, and because things like this happen. This shop smell like a perfume shop. When it's been written down, you're allergic and it hurts a lot of people shop smell like perfume. Oh, this person that before has taught me with abusive communication now shows up smell like a perfume shop. And then they go, he's got a more aggressive Darvel. They use the Darvel tactic on me, the caregiving staff. So when I start ranting about how mad I am about what they've been doing to me in my own home, and like targeting me, it's like Darvel, the night attack reverse victim offender, was like swatting me and go, he's gotten more and more aggressive with time. Say, to like paint me as a crazy person who's going nuts. They've been working to drive me nuts for the program. So it's like he's gotten more and more angry over time. When you've been abusing more and more over time, and people get abused, get angry, okay? See? It's like you get abused 1,000 times in a row. If you're a model Christian, at least one of those times you're gonna get really angry about it. Understand? So it's like you keep abusing somebody, they're gonna get angry sooner or later. And then if you keep abusing them more and more over time, eventually they're gonna get more and more fed up and more likely to get angry the more it goes on. And it's like, oh look, the person has gotten angry. So it's like weaponize your reaction to the abuse. It's like they've been abusing you with narcissistic always abuse tactics. You're starting to be more and more affected by it. You're starting to go nuts, understand, and like get really mad about it. And you're in the room with people that are flying monkeys of the narcissist, and they've been targeting you long term, and they keep targeting you, and it's starting to get to a point where you're fed up and more sensitive, and you're more like it's like you get more irate around it. And be, oh, this guy needs to be in a psych ward. We worried about him. It's making him look like that concern. He's getting he's changed. He's gotten angry. He's changed. Yeah, because narcissistic abuse will change you, and because it's designed to. So it's like, oh, he's gotten more angry over time. And it's like convenient thing out because we've been criminally abusing him in his home, working to provoke him with grievous words to stir up his anger. So narcissistic dog abuse, subtle gaslighting, veiled threats, and sadistic can be told to do, is grievous words. See, that's the weaponized communication of the flying monkeys. It's grievous words. What does the Bible say? Grievous words stir up anger. It doesn't matter if they're not overt with it. There's something called a veiled threat. If I would go like, and this is an example of an actual threat, but it's like the example. If I would go like in the room with somebody, and I know they were bullied about their nose when they were kids, see, because I'm the government and I had like been spying on them. So I know that this person was bullied about their nose when they were a kid because they're a Jew or something like this, so they have a big nose. And I go like, yeah, some people got a big nose, looks ridiculous or something like this. It's like that's exactly what the bullies would say when they were 12, and I know. And it's like to other people, they can't tell. It's like, oh, Mike is just like saying something, maybe more subtle than that, but it's like, but the person feel, oh, they're saying this about me, work to push my buttons, use knowledge of a childhood trauma to re-traumatize me and push my buttons. But it can pass off. Do you understand? It's like, yeah, so I got my birds. Do you understand? If the tables were turned, like if the caregiver staff, one of them was a torn video, and I was like a targeter, and then the program knows that this person had a trauma of being bullied about their nose when they were a child. And that's been a theme of the harassment where flying monkeys get told to like bring up noses around them as a subtle way to like push your boundaries because you were good bullied about your noses, keeps for this. And then this person's in here, and I go, yeah, I got budgie birds. How you like them? You can say hello. I got budgie birds. Got clean here today, kegger and stuff. They got big beaks, kind of like a human with a big nose or something like this. Do you understand? It can look very innocent, but the person will know it's like, oh, he got told by his handler to do this, to push my buttons because I have a trauma. I got bullied about my nose, and the program has been getting flying monkeys to do things like this for a long time. And it can be so subtle. It can happen in a supermarket in front of witnesses. And if the person goes, "You're a disgusting bully," it's like, "Oh, the person's paranoid. They've been getting angry and angry about me. Every time they meet you, you push their buttons." It's like eventually the person starts being visibly angry, upset. It's like, oh, the person's got angry and angry. I think they're paranoid, and they're saying that I'm doing things to mess with them. They're paranoid. They need to be in a psycho. They got angry and angry over time. Okay, they're crazy. They need to be in a psycho. Okay, see. So anyway, support. So yeah, the previous caregiving staff would taught my own home, and after I start whistleblowing about it and start being visibly upset about being abused by them. I'm not crazy. I'm not on drugs. Okay. If I had a chat up and they had like cyber stalkers work for the post shop, and this guy's on drugs, and I don't believe him. He's crazy. His parents are friends. He's crazy. He's imagining things. Okay. Stop smoking crack. Where's your tinfoil hat? Or what is something like this? Here's the point. Yeah, so the previous caregiving staff were telling me for the program. They were telling me for the program. I'm a Swedish Christian trouble with abuse. And I gotta keep making videos. And I feel I went and took a piss before I closed the door. Okay, so I said that's what I did in the bathroom. Just let you know, I went to take a leak. Okay, and I was thinking, but you know what? Maybe I'll end the stream and start a new one, and it'll be only to ramble. Because as usual, I've been here. I'd like to say this, but I hold it back because it's like people don't know if they can't produce it themselves and a conspiracy theorist. It's like it's not that what you hear me saying live streams is all I know on YouTube. It's like the YouTube mic size like a watered down, less quality mic Saha because there's certain topics, quality teaching on this and that topic, coaching, warning you about certain things are dangerous, recommending other things that are good that I simply can't do on YouTube or to give me a medical misinformation strike. The Ministry of Truth, see. Mike shares medical information on his YouTube channel. Hidden with a medical misinformation strike for sharing medical information. Okay, see. So, here's the point. I'm gonna keep speaking out. Most online peers are fake and they're so fucking desperate, this program, to try to bait me and play games and perception manage. I've been active in a Swedish forum called Flashback and writing the thread about does organized gang stalking exist in Sweden? And I've been there like yes, and I've been taught it for 10 plus years. Now who has more credibility? All these like accounts, oh yeah, I'm a TI too, and I'm in here crazy talking, okay? Or a person that is a public person who for years has been live streaming. I'm a tall individual, live streaming, not hiding. See, that gives you more credibility than because it's like how the government covers up gang stalking is to have fake TIs with blank accounts writing comments saying they're a target online. Here's another thing I like to work into my references, into my live streams. If they tell you I killed myself, they murdered me, okay? I'm not suicidal. I would never kill myself. If they tell you I killed myself, that means they murdered me like Epstein on the sand and made me look like a suicide. I'm not suicidal, okay? If I have an accident and die in an accident, most likely they caused the accident, okay? If I die of a natural health problem, most likely they caused the health problem. So be a natural health problem considering who I am. I told video talk with the program work to poison you and attack in different ways to hurt your health. Okay. Okay, but it can also be shooting with a dart gun that gives you a stroke or heart attack. CIA dart gun, CIA heart attack gun. And we all he collapsed for heart attack when out and about. Maybe he was stressed or something like this. Okay, so I like to make it do what I can to throw microwaves at the machinery. It's like I'm not guaranteed to survive. It's like if I die from a target, at least I don't want to be part of my own cover up. Understand? But if the government's plotted to take me out, make it look like I'm alive myself, it's like if I can make it at least a little bit harder for him to pull that off without eyebrows being raised, uh, I'll do that. So, anyways, my point about this, what I was talking about, is like the pirate blood abuses. My point is this: I'm not crazy to assume that it could have turned to a point where there'd be blood in this apartment. Okay, why? Because I was being told by caregiving staff, the previous firm, they were targeting me mostly with psychological warfare for a program that before has gotten people. They'll say, oh, here's a person that I've learned they started targeting for the program. The program before has used people, they're flying monkeys, to spray chemicals on me, to try to make me have an accident, to shoot me in the leg with a dart gun. Understand? So just a person showing their work for the program right now only doing verbal abuse covertly, it's still like they could, it's a clear and present danger that they could be told to spray me with something or have a covert device and shoot with a dart gun or spray a chemical or bring a bag of a mystery powder in the bag and they told by the handler, if Mike's not looking, put your hand like throw this heavy metal powder in the corner of this room or something like this. Okay, do you understand? It could be so many ways it can get to you. So if you're working, if you're talking about a program that's been working with a target, and most of the targeting, most common is psychological targeting. And now and then the fire monkeys target you physically. It's like it's not that crazy to assume that one of these people that you know will work for the program might get told to do something physical to you in your home. See? And maybe you have to defend yourself because they start attacking somehow physically, and you defend yourself, and there's bloodshed. People fight. There's people bleed sometimes. There's a fight. Oh, and it could be like what happened here. See, so in situations like that, I like to have uh, written with permanent markers on my desk here names of ministries that target me with narcissistic abuse. So it's Ralph Yankee Arnold, David Bursens, Andy Woods, Baron Holthouse, and the Bible Church. And I should add Robert Baker to the list because he's also targeting me in this video with narcissistic abuse tactics. Either as a useful idiot. Now it's like, how smart if you would be like, no, Mike, I wasn't put up to target with narcissistic abuse tactics. It's like, oh, so there's a Christian being persecuted, targeted with narcissistic abuse and subtle veiled communication in videos. And I'm gonna start doing that and make myself look like I'm part of a conspiracy. And I kick this person who's being kicked by the deep state already. And if I go and I err, be like, I think he's a gangster, it's like you would still be really wrong for doing it, and you're still targeting an individual in the way that the program gets other people to target an individual. So it's like you're helping the program one way or another. Okay. So anyway, so here's the point. It's one thing to be targeted in the supermarket. Last time I was in ICA supermarket, one of the people working in the ICA Quantum Oxygen supermarket. I've had staff in that store do direct speech on me. So some of the staff in ICA Quantum Oxygen are in on the target. And last time I was there, they had a person working for the store doing a street theater target skit in the supermarket to abuse me. Okay. And they had a time, they had a group of people, and one of a female supermarket worker, and like a group of people, they had this planned skit. It's called street theater. Where it's like when Mike goes here, you start doing this, and it really pissed me off. So what they did is mirroring, where it's like they know that I made videos about strong women are disgusting, quote unquote. Where it's like I'm speaking out against feminism, which is the same thing as an agenda to masculinize women and feminize men, and I'm a person who's not afraid to speak the truth, then I believe that femininity is good and masculinity is good and it's under attack. So I believe that it should be womanly, men should be manly, is God's pattern. That's what the Bible teaches. And I've talked about these people are like this an agenda to promote like strong women, which basically means what? Attacking femininity and be like it's not good enough to be a woman and womanly. You had to be more like a man to make it in the world. See, a strong you can do everything a man can do as well, so he can do it. Okay. So it's like female firefighters, okay? They can't pass the entry test. Where it's like they can't carry 70-kilo dummy over their back to save your life. I'd rather have like a firefighter on testosterone, like a man who's like roided to the gills, kick down my door if there's a fire, like drag me out of a burning building, than to have like a diversity hire, a woman who can't do like 3 pull-ups and or understand, and she's gonna come here and like drag me out of a burning building, and she'd be less good at it because like oh it's a diversity hire, she's a woman, and like the fire department has to hire women to be uh, oh, it's like for the greater good. We have to hire women, okay? Because if we don't have 3% female firefighters, it's like they say we're oppressing women, stuff like this. Okay, okay. So it's like, do you understand? Okay, and so I don't believe that a woman should be a cop, and I'm not afraid to say it. I don't believe that females should be police officers, warriors, soldiers, security guards, or firefighters. I don't believe that that's a woman's job, and I'm not afraid to say it. Okay, so part of it, like the analyzing the skit when I had this skit, I've talked about strong women are disgusting, and it's bad to be like. I understand. It's like I'm not attractive to strong masculine women. I find that repulsive. Okay, it's like if I would be dating, and it's like a butch bulldog who's like, "Oh, I'm talking like a guy, and I'm like a tough girl." That wouldn't be attractive to me. It would be so unattractive. Flips to the opposite. It becomes repulsive. Common terminology would be disgusting. Okay, so it would be loathsome. It would be something that I'm like, no, I'm really not interested in that. Okay. So, anyway, support. Yeah, so ICA Kvantum Oxelösund, they had a skit there where a female store worker was told to target me. And this is not the first time it happened at store, where they get told to target me for the program. So they had a female, like some blonde chick, and part of it is like pushing this button with no mic has been talking about strong women. So I guess part of how they use Swedish, where it's like pro LGBTQ, pro feminism. Okay, it's like Mike is hates women, he's a misogynist or something like this. So that's part of like this skit, and it's also just mirroring because a big part of my social media is like flexing. Okay, that's a big part of it. It's like I'm flexing and speaking English. Okay, so they're mirroring me. So it's like they have a skit there, they have a woman go like this, and they got a time to like they've been instructed. They know they're gonna have a cheat meal by ice cream. So they have these people place at the ice cream rack there, like at the ice cream cooler, and it's her and then some other people, perks. And they've been told to be like, now, okay. So when I show up, that they go like, oh, look at this, it's pointed to like puny arm, okay, puny little arm. It goes, oh my God, it's just talking English and pointing to my. So it's like it's supposed to mirror, but the basic things I'm supposed to be bullied and violated, and it's like all kinds of things. It's like mirroring what I do in my videos. Okay, so that's what's part of targeting. Mirroring is part of targeting. It can be like mirroring, have a fly monkey, say something you said recently, or act in a way that you've acted before, or something like to mirror you. So you just notice all the parody me, and it's supposed to make you feel messed with. So that's she told me that, and she's with this little skit, and they have like a group of people. So it's like her and then I think 4 other people sending it, and that's abuse, like in your face. It was like wait up till what is it? It's I'm abusing you. I'm fighting you with psychological warfare. I'm trying to make you feel violated and abused right now. See, and I'm being subtle with it. See, so it's not like the government told me to tell you're a bitch, and I can go, okay. This woman said I'm a bitch. Everybody, here's my response. Okay, see, so I can't really defend myself. If I go, you're an agent. Oh, this guy's crazy, screaming at people in the supermarket. Get him to a psych ward. Okay, see. So how I responded to it is they're blocking the traffic, so it's like I don't run off with my tail, but I feel bullied. Okay, it's like I just cut through the crowd and walk through, it, and I turn and look in the eyes, goes, huh, stuff like this, like about this close. Okay, so it's like I maybe they thought that I'd be deterred and intimidated because there's four perps together. Okay, and she maybe she felt like you're safe to have four people around you when you do this skit to violate the total video. But anyway, so she said that, and it's like I go and I just walk past and go, huh? Or something like this. What? Or something like this. And like, as I'm looking in the eye. And I go like, what? Or huh? Or something like this. Okay. And you just cut through that little crowd. And they didn't do shit there. Okay. So I don't feel like I was bitch made. If anything, they might have felt bitch made. Because I understand. It's like a lot of times what they're trying to get you to do is feel like you got bitch made. Where it's like, Mike, we had a person do this bullying Mike in the supermarket, and he's a doormat that lets people get away with all the time. He doesn't stand up for himself. It's another time somebody gets told to abuse Mike, make people, and he just lets him, dude, he's a bitch, okay? See, I didn't feel bitch made. I didn't feel bitch made at all. And uh, there's another, yeah, there's that's part of target. They recruit people working in the supermarket where you frequent if you're target below. And they could be told to do anything from narcissistic abuse in the store to uh, to putting poison food items on the shelves. This is not the first time that ICA cut the supermarket. I've had staff to direct a speech on me. That's happened before. So there's many ways I can play this. So first of all, you go, oh Mike, we're ICA Super. We're so scared about you going on a campaign exposing ICA as a company that harasses autistic people for a government program. I don't care. It's like, oh, nobody will believe your TikTok videos. You make videos on it. Well, if I make videos, ICA Kvantum Oxelösund every week, and then this one video, I talk about what happened one time in ICA Kvantum Oxelösund. It's like there's people every week searching ICA Kvantum Oxelösund öppettider or something like this. Okay, so I'm more likely to get more extra views to my videos about gang stalking in this city and this nation by putting ICA Kvantum in the title. So, and it will be not like I'm provoked. It's like you started taunting me. There's abuse happening in your stores by your employees, understand? And I have video of that woman. Okay. I have video. I have that on video, understand? Her face on video. Okay. So anyway, here's the point. And the skit itself. So everyone nobody believes you. I don't give a shit. If I get views on my videos, that's a win for me. That feels meaningful. If I can speak the truth in front of a large audience, understand, that feels meaningful. It's not until I have people write comments, I believe you, or you woke me up, that I feel like it was meaningful to make the videos. So anyway, and I've been very fair with them. I've been doing free advertising for ICA Supermarket. I've been doing TikTok videos. Haul unboxing. Today I went shopping, ICA Supermarket Oxelösund. Here's what I like this. They have this in the store. It's well priced too. Okay. So how do you treat people? Like, it's not like you're targeting people that never did something to you. You're targeting somebody that's been doing good to you. Okay. As a matter of fact. It makes it even worse. That's a big part of targeting. So it doesn't matter. If I would move to, I don't know, I would move to some village in like northern Sweden, and they have like a micro ICA there. They get to at least one of the people working the store and get them to do things to Target when I go shopping. and they'll send people into the store to tell me in the store. I guess what I could do is possibly stämma dem civilrättsligt. Det would be a court case too on Flashback form. Be interesting. If I would litigate you, or I could just keep making these videos and wait for ICA supermarket to report me for slander defamation because what I say in videos about the company. Okay. And there'd be a foot on Flashback forum. Or like autistic guy claims ICA supermarket was harassing him. And then it'd be like a foot that I can post about on forums. And people will read it. It'd be interesting. Okay. And then the audio of the trial could be on like the Swedish YouTube apps about Swedish court cases. So I got to a point where it's like I'm not scared of being sued because me speaking out about the caregiving staff told me. Because the point is, am I speaking the truth? Yes. Is it necessary to speak this truth? Yes. Okay. So I don't look at it as much of a danger as an opportunity, I understand. But where it's like, keep speaking the truth, and if one of these scum bitches like want to report me and will overcharge you, suing you for you said at ICA supermarket you've been harassed in there, and one of the employees were part of it. It's like we're suing you for defamation slander for this. It's like, well, yeah, I might not enjoy being in a courtroom and all that entails, but and if they win it, despite me being right on what I said, it was the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Um, well, at least it's not going to make it. It's that it could create some public exposure to the topic of gang stalking. See, it's a court case, public record, and once again, what's being said by me about the harassment in the city, in this establishment, it's not just in a YouTube video where if my channel gets shut down, it's like gone to with the wind. It's like that's part of public records for your requestable forever by Swedish citizens. Okay. So I believe that in the middle of a great crisis, there's opportunity. Understand? So anyway, I don't like it. It's like I'm the Bull Ferdinand in the Disney universe. Well, I'm not a high conflict person. I'm an agreeable, open, trade agreeableness, openness, conscientiousness. I'm a conscientious, open, agreeable person to a fault. Okay, see, where it's like I'm a person that's friendly and kind and not looking for conflict. Once you see me being aggressive, it's taken a lot to get to that point. Understand? I don't see conflict. Conflict keeps coming to me, and now and then I say I've been told and told it. It's like I'm mad about it. Okay, so it's like, yeah, gang stalking is real. Gang stalking is real. Gang stalking told wheels is real. I've been told in Sweden for more than 10 years. More than 10 years. I've been told in ICA supermarket here in Oxelösund. I've been targeted in Coop too. So just saying that I get targeted in the store, if I leave it at that, like if I do a live stream or have that, I go like, yeah, I'm being targeted. There's people here right now that are gang stalkers right from the program. That is not saying that the store is in on it, because whatever establishment a target video enters into, there be people sent in there under the guise of being like regular shoppers, see, like the Daily Movie. It was like they're shopping, okay, as a cover for action. It's like, oh, they're shopping with a Bluetooth earpiece with a handler, give them instructions. Okay, go left. Okay, see the guy over there with the red jacket. Okay, walk past him and ask you to cough 3 times. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go cough. Okay, it can be whatever the target tactic is. Be like, understand? Walk over there. Okay, now you say this word. Okay, this type of stuff. So what do you expect me to do? Okay, what do you expect me to do? To sit and let people abuse me? Do the Bible Church has told me for this program in despicable ways. That's one of the things that makes me the maddest. When I see Christian ministries target me for the program, they're very evil and wicked. They're fake. I am the guy in the Daily News with the glasses. That's what I'm like, understand? And I don't just say that, I got the videos to prove it. So, gangster, here's the thing that you fucking slaves, you blind fools, are blind to. But you're crazy. I make a video. shown hidden in plain view for 9/11. And then, if anything, what I hear back is like, you're mentally ill and reaching a crazy paranoia for this. Okay. Bow down and lick the fucking groveling hand, bitch boy, slave hands. Do the Bible church, they feed you, understand? You little bitch made slaves to Satan. So, anyways, the point. It's a point. This world system, the deep state, how do they operate? They hide truth in plain view. See, that's another thing that I know that most Christians are blind to. Okay, the truth about the world they live inside of, that the world is controlled by the deep state. Politics is a scam, which means presidents are puppets. The deep state control politics. Trump is a puppet of the deep state. Biden, puppet of the deep state. The Clintons, puppet of the deep state. It doesn't matter who becomes the president of America, they're going to be puppet for the deep state. Do you understand? Now, they control Hollywood, politics. And 9/11 is an event that, if somebody understands 9/11, it really should unlock a wider, broader understanding of the world. Because what is 9/11? What's the truth? 9/11 was done by who? The deep state, Illuminati. How? They put explosives in the buildings. It was a controlled demolition. They warned you in Hollywood movies. Die Hard, always. Movies 10 plus years before they did 9/11. They were hinting at here's what we're going to do in the future. Only sadly. So they warned about the common 9/11 attacks they had planned in Hollywood movies. Pull it off September 11, 2001. Use the media that they control. Problem action solution. Manufacture problem. Control the reaction. Be afraid, everybody. America's under attack by these people. CNN. Look, here's a picture of Osama with like a crinkle in his lap, like almost like a Draco, like a AKS-74U with like a status symbol to tell me because it means you knocked out an armored vehicle. Because the Russians were in Afghanistan before uh, before the Americans. So part of like the Taliban culture beat, it was a status symbol to have like one of these AKS-74Us, like a micro AK, because that was carried by uh, vehicle crews, which means either like you knocked out a Russian tank or a BMP or like maybe a chopper or something like this. But see, so you got a hold of this means like you're part of Taliban that's been putting in the work. Understand? You've been knocking out like vehicles, okay? And it says well, whatever. So that's part of like the status symbol. It's almost like a scalp in the Indians. So you have this scalp, like this thing you have, it kind of shows that you're like that you're really like a down for the cause. Okay, yeah, understand. So anyways, the point. So it's like they create manufacture problem solution, make 9/11 the problem happen, warn them first, media in whole movies, control the reaction with the media we control and politicians. We're going to turn the Middle East to vast part of Bush. Bush, media, controlled by the deep state. Deep state control Hollywood. We're going to do 9/11 in the future. They do 9/11 in the future. Use media and politicians they control. Here's the solution, okay? Go to war in this country. Hand over your rights, okay? Less rights. Hand over your rights is solution. Progress solution. See? So, the deep state have an MO to hide truth in plain view, which means they've got the mass eat a high sugar diet because it dumbs you down and makes it easy to deceive and control. Which is why I can show you no conformity movie in Django Unchained and be like, I can see, we got one I can see. See, I can see the hidden truth here. I've been making these videos. Like Django, this movie deals with the deep state Illuminati having gathered the masses eating high sugar diet because that makes it easy to control, like a slave master want to control people. See, Django Unchained, the bad guy, slave owner, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mike Saha, one that can see says what he sees in this movie, he represents the deep state, the Leonardo DiCaprio's character. Monsieur Candy, his name is Candy. He offers people white cake. See, he's worked to get sugar into people's bodies, like the deep state with advertisement, sugar. And then also by not having the experts. I see like Expressen Aftonbladet, like expert says hot yoga help you lose weight. But I haven't really gone up and really seen a lot like sugar is a drug or something like this. Sugar makes you dumb or something like this. Okay. So they hide in plain view and it's like Leonardo DiCaprio symbolizes the deep state. His name is Candy. He offers people white cake. And sugar leads to cavities, tooth infections, that problem. So people go to dentist. The person who's like the good guy worked to free slaves. A solution to Candy's problem is a dentist. He's got a dental baggage. Oh, we got one like, oh, Mike is not a narcissist. He's only speaking the positive truth about himself. When he says, I'm like the guy in the They Live movie that can see the truth. It's like no kind of movie. Oh, it's a movie about the West, about the slavery. Mike Size like, no, heed the message. With the deep state, we got the message in the high sugar diet. Dentist, do you understand? And it ties in with my no kind of movie code. Anyway, I gotta take a break, mute myself. I gotta call my wife and say goodnight to her. Here's my lovely wife. And I'm gonna call her. Okay, I don't like to be like streaming and she comes say goodnight and like I like to call her on a video call and say goodnight to her. Tuck her in. Keep you free from sin. Exit night. Enter light. Okay, I gotta finish up. Well, I'm not gonna finish. I'm gonna mute. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna end this stream, start a new one. That will be a Rumble exclusive. So if you watch this on YouTube, it has 0 views because I'm shadow banned on YouTube. They work too. They're afraid of the masses. They're afraid of people finding my videos, watching my videos, and being woken up, being unplugged from the matrix and starting to learn the truth about society, learn the truth about the war of their body, their mind, the truth basically. The deep state fears the masses watching my videos and learning truth in general. And there's some of the truths that I know and teach and speak about that they're more concerned about the masses waking up to than other truths. But generally, that's what it's about. So the deep state fears it's like the new dimension. I know you're afraid of me and what I can show these people. Like showing the hidden plain view truth foreshadowing the pandemic, of the 9/11 attacks, about the sugar agenda and things like this. So that's why they're shadow banning me, which is why I've been live for 3 hours, 29 minutes, it says here, and it's 0 views on YouTube. Does that make sense to you? There's more like logic and reason. It's like it's more credible that I'm speaking the truth when I'm saying that YouTube is working to shadow ban me and working to hide me and make me not get a lot of views on my streams than to believe the opposite and not doing that. Because if you look at the facts, it's like Mike has close to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. He everything that is like if you're a YouTuber professional, be like frequency of uploads, what thumbnails, what does he look? What yeah, look at his thumbnails. Frequency uploads like 3 shorts a day. Hashtag search and optimization, decent at least. He spends hours streaming daily on YouTube. Okay, shorts uploaded, like the amount, the quality, quantity, everything, time spent on the platform, type of content. It's like it makes no sense that I would be getting 0 viewers right now on YouTube if it wasn't for YouTube working to make me not get a lot of views. Okay. Whereas I have 2 live viewers on Rumble where I have what 39 followers. Okay. Get ready now. Somebody's gonna get told by the handler to tune into the YouTube stream possibly because I'm gonna show that it says 0. Okay. So here you see. Oh, this is 0 viewers on YouTube. Zoom in. 0 views on YouTube, 2 viewers on Rumble. Okay, let's click on YouTube here. Mike says I'm being shadow banned, which means what? YouTube is working to hide me from people. So here's Mike's 2.79k subscribers. Okay, 2.9k subscribers. And let's look at shorts. Oh, Mike's has been uploading shorts daily and getting decent views. Okay. Mike's has been live streaming for hours a day on YouTube. Okay. Has close to 3k subs. It makes no sense just based off of that alone that I've been getting 0 views right now. Being live, going live, stay live for 3 hours. Being the opposite of boring. Oh, a lot of things you can say about me, but you can't say that I'm boring. Okay. Do you understand? People say this guy's nuts, but it's like I'm not like hello, today it's Mike Saha, and I'm gonna be talking about the weather, and it's been raining today. So that's not the stream, okay? Say if that was the stream every time, I guess like for some people, this guy is boring as a box of bricks. It's like he's so unstimulating that it, you understand. So anyway, here's the point. Now let's go to Rumble. Let's go to Rumble. 0 views on YouTube. Let's go to Rumble. I got 2 live viewers on Rumble. Oh, I have 39 followers on Rumble. And I pretty much just got started rambling. See. So on a channel on YouTube where I have close to 3,000 subs, I go live ranting about conspiracy theories the deep state don't want the masses to hear about. That's the context too. It's 0 views on YouTube. And I got 2.79 thousand, 2,790 subs on YouTube. And I've been active on YouTube for 6 years or so, streaming, uploading. Whereas on Rumble, where I have only 39 followers and I got started about a year ago streaming with like on the regular, like getting active. And I have 3 live viewers here. See, what you would expect is like, well, the platform where he has the most followers, more people are going to be watching live, and the platform where he's been streaming for years daily, he should have more people find his channel that will tune into streams. So let's get into the nitty gritty nuts and bolts of the shadow banning. How does it work? First of all, they unsubscribe people that has subscribed to me as part of how YouTube works to limit my goals. Meaning people subscribe to me. Let's say I upload a short. Yesterday I uploaded a short, got 1,300 shorts, just a fitness modeling video. After I've done exercising, I'll do some fitness modeling, okay, YouTube short. 1,000 views, okay. I would expect that maybe ranging from 10 to 100 people will click to subscribe on my channel. Bare minimum 10 people from that YouTube short alone. Okay. Be like, they subscribe to this channel. Okay. Now, let's say 10 people did click the subscribe button after watching the short. Maybe one of those people, the subscription stuck and they still subscribe to me today. They subscribed yesterday. And the other one, they click subscribe, navigate away, waiting to get notification that the guy that subscribed went live. And that's how a lot of it works. That's it can also train you to not be as vulnerable to being controlled by the deep state in like managing your feed and like make control what you see, what you don't see. Because people like me, people subscribe to them. And the average Joe is like they see a YouTube video in the feed. It's like, oh, I need to subscribe. And then they're just waiting to like YouTube to be like, hey, this guy is live right now, or notification. Mike's uploaded a video. Okay. And if you don't do what I do, you check manually. It's like you forget. It's like you subscribe to a lot of channels daily, and it's like, oh, it's like you're waiting for something to show up. It doesn't show up because YouTube unsubscribed you from me, and you forget that you subscribe to this channel. See? So the one way that they shadow ban me and like work to limit my goals is to unsubscribe. I had a guy, I have proof of this. Was it a bitch in the Rumble stream? Jorg, he was such a radical person that I think even Rumble might have put some restrictions on it. There was a German man, Jorg, okay, and it's like he was like it's like he's a dead person, but it's like he was I'm an anti-Semite and proud of it type of person, okay, and I got to know him from YouTube streaming, and that's one of the things we will fight about. Like he'd be like able to hold a conversation until eventually he gets to ranting about the Jews. And I'm a Christian evangelical, I'm pro Jew. So I'll be like, I'm not okay with this, okay? And he'd be like, oh yeah, and he'd like doubles down on it. So it's like that's part of like he was not liking black people and Jews, that type of person, okay? See? And while being German, so it's like an archetype, a German guy that doesn't like Jews, okay? And he's like ranting about it, doing public speaking. Okay, if he was more charismatic and had like a political vein, possibly it become more of a problem. So here's the point. It's like if he would have gotten rejected from art school and gotten into politics, he could have gotten real bad. So here's the point. So York, it's like despite our differences, I'm actually for freedom of speech. I believe people should have the right to be able to speak. That I really don't like anti-Semitism, but it's like I had well, it's like I'm not for you to stop this guy from being able to rant about the Jews. If that's what he believes, because if you're really for freedom of speech, you're for freedom of speech for people that you vehemently disagree with, okay? Which means I'm for the freedom of speech of atheists say Christian people are retarded idiots, and I'm a Christian, okay? Okay, I'm for the freedom of speech. People say I have autism too, that autistic people are evil or something like this, and it's gonna be really evil to say that and wrong, and not true. But it's like if you're for freedom of speech, okay. So the difference is this: like it's not freedom of speech like call a bomb threat to a school, okay? That's not freedom of speech, protected speech. Okay, if you call this, I'm going to blow up the school at lunch tomorrow, and it's like that's not freedom of speech. Okay, I'm not for that, but it's like pretty much anything that's not that type of stuff. I'm for it, freedom of speech. Okay. Now, or like yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. It's like, is that, should that be freedom of speech, protected speech? Maybe not. Okay. So, and I said maybe. Okay. So it's like, okay. So here's a point. Uh, yeah. So anyway, York was the topic was shared on YouTube. That's not the only, but I've been speaking the truth that I'm being shadow banned. And then since I've been speaking the truth over time, I've been more vindicated than I was before. Okay. Which has happened and people are going, this is the third time I subscribe to your channel, Mike. YouTube won't let the subscription stick. This has happened where I've been a guest on panel streams like Poon and or Dream. Some of these like American panel streams I've been on. And somebody's like in the chat, like, oh, Mike, haven't seen it. What have you been up to? Well, I've been streaming over at my channel. I just haven't been over here for a while. And it's like they come out and they go, it's like, this is the third time I subscribe to your channel. And it's like people, things like this have happened repeatedly. The people come and tell me, it's like, they've been unsubscribed. They subscribe to me. Later on, they figure out they're not subscribed anymore and they resubscribe to me. As things like this. Eventually, I got the quality evidence where York tells me on Alex, AOC, Alex panel. And it's like, I missed the Alex streams. He had some good streams. It was not a bad, like a stream that he had going. Okay. Better than Sam's, I would say. I'd say Alex ran a better stream than Sam. Okay. I would say so. Meaning, this is one of the streams I will go to. Anyway, and I think it was there that Jorgen, you know what, Mike? And like people know me, these communities, like the Christian Todd video guy, the rants about vitamin C, the government told me and stuff. So it's like, I'm starting to believe that what you're saying, Mike, that you're being shadow banned. Something like that. So I'm starting to believe what you've been saying, that they used to be working to hide you. Because they won't let me subscribe to your channel. And I go live, I think it was on Rumble, I have Jorg on as a guest. Comes up. And it's like he shows me. So I use the screen share. And I enable his screen share. I was using StreamYard, that's what it was. And share screen. And Joel goes, okay, so here we go. He's logged into his YouTube account. Click subscribe to your channel. Now look what happens, Mike. He clicks refresh. And then it goes like subscribe, click refresh his browser. And then the subscription is gone. So it's like it says subscribe again. So if it says subscribe, you click it, it says subscribed. Okay. Now with him, he clicks subscribe, says subscribe. If he navigates away or refresh the page, he can click subscribe again because he's not subscribed anymore. Just refreshing it, he's no longer subscribed. Click subscribe, refresh the page, no longer subscribed. See? So this is, and I have proof of this, where he shows me this. And I have it like on a stream where I say, okay, he shows I'm subscribed to the channel. Now look, I refresh the page, subscription gone. I'm not subscribed anymore. Right away. I click again, refresh, I'm not subscribed anymore. So I would, now if we're going to get more specific, okay, it's like, how many, okay, is it if 100 people click subscribe, 9 of them it doesn't stick, and 10 it sticks, and then 9 out of those 10 that it sticks, they don't get notifications when I go live. See? So it's like that's going to be another part of this suppression where people are subscribed to me that don't get unsubscribed. YouTube doesn't send notifications, at least not to all of them. It's like Mike Saha is live. Like they open up YouTube, it's like Mike Saha is live notification. They click and start watching. See, because if that happened, I wouldn't be having 0 viewers the whole time streaming live on YouTube. Because it's gonna be some people that subscribe to me, and if they got a notification from YouTube, they will click after they get a notification saying Mike Saha is live and watch at least a few seconds, and it wouldn't be 0 viewers for like 10 minutes straight and then another 20 minutes. And then like maybe it goes up to 1 for like 3 seconds and then down to 0 again. I can tell real-time metrics that they're playing with the view count. I also believe that they're removing likes, where it's like if let's say 30 people click the like button, they might show 3 or allow up to 12 is like the glass ceiling limit. Allow up, no matter how many people click the like on his content, we let it show up to 12 likes or something like this. We let those likes stick, okay? And I've seen this real time too, where the like count ticks up and then ticks down again. And it's almost like they have fixed where it's like a certain number, like up to 12 likes per video is what that likes I get, or something like this. Now there's gonna be some unknowns where it's like, for sure I'm being shadow banned, for sure YouTube is working to keep for getting too many views. Now there's gonna be some specifics from our 100% sure, like exact statistics, how many subscribers get unsubscribed, how many people subscribe don't get notifications. Some of those specifics I can't speak to a certainty. So yeah, shadow banning is real. I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna go live on Rumble exclusive. Okay. And it's like let it all hang out because we got a Rumble stream to make. Eastbound and down, load it up and truck it off. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Go bandit one. Let's get ready to rumble. I'm gonna rumble. I'm gonna go live. Rumble. You're watching Mike Saha live on YouTube. Fuck YouTube. I'll go live on Rumble. Okay. So for those of you watching on YouTube, and YouTube as a corporation has blood on the hands. Okay. Remember that if you know somebody who works for YouTube, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. Okay. Don't trust them. If you know somebody that works for YouTube, you don't trust them. They have blood on their hands. If they can serve the Satanist in like they're working to keep children being poisoned by their parents by suppressing people like me that warning people about how you raise your children, they're being poisoned, more likely to have this and that health problem, and like shut him up. They're really bad. And there's certain things I can get into, like look at what YouTube has been doing over here, that they will give me a strike if I speak the truth of what they've been doing. See? So I can't even get into that. So I'm gonna go live on Rumble, and I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say on Rumble. Okay, how you like that, Nick? So I'm gonna finish up now. Let's get to the end of the live stream, and I'm gonna right away as soon as I'm done with this go live. And when I go live for Rumble Studio next time, I won't click the sliding button to YouTube. It will be Rumble only. Okay, Rumble exclusive. So be there or be a square fucking peg in the wall. All in all, that's not a brick in the YouTube wall. Go to my Rumble channel, and I'm definitely gonna share a link to my Rumble channel in the chat. Critical Mass Mike. Okay, so that's like the host. Okay, now to the Critical Mass Mike, I have 64 followers. So I think I have like 6 Rumble accounts. It took a while for me to figure out how it works. And it's like I also try to do some niching. It's like, oh, let's make one Rumble account for my Bible readings. It's like Genesis 1, read by Mike Saha. Okay. So it's like I have a channel, Bible readings and teaching with maybe like 6 videos on it. Okay. And I haven't been uploaded to it. So it's like basically how I like to do it, it's like a one-stop shop channel. I'm a human, understand? It's like, well, to make it ultimately, you niche yourself. So you only have a channel. If you're gonna be a gaming streamer, you only upload gaming content. Now, I'm a human being, see? So I got a live stream, breaking my fast, go live, play video games. Next, I maybe go live shop in the supermarket. Next, I go live and it's uh, exercising. Understand? But so I'm a human. I'm not like, oh, to be popular. I'm doing some kind of a forced, contrived, weird fucking strategy. I'd be like, I'm only gonna be live streaming video games. No. So I really like the one-stop shop where I have like one channel and everything goes there. See, not like Mike's conspiracy, Mike's gaming, Mike's singing, Mike's cooking. No, it's like Mike Saha, and then I'm cooking and I'm doing all this on that one channel. Whatever I'm doing it on this one channel. That's how I like to do it. Okay. So I gotta go live here's the link to my Rumble channel for crying out loud. And if I go live, here's the account. Okay, I'm clicking it. I can see it show up. YouTube. There you go. There you go. Just out of spite, and I was gonna finish it, but I'm just keeping this up for a while to promote my Rumble channel. Okay, so I already said I'm gonna go live to Rumble only and keep the link up here for a while so people can subscribe to it. Better yet, you save a bookmark. You check it manually. You learn what the name of my channel is. You can type it manually. People are lazy. There's a lot of channels I'm not subscribed to. I check them manually and see if they upload something. So here's another thing I can do. I can go live on my phone to YouTube only, as long as I can stream on YouTube, okay? Until they want to tire and shut me down there. But I can go live on my phone, okay? And then I can be live on Rumble only on my laptop. And then when I gotta say something, okay, and I'd be like mute the stream and go like to Rumble only. Here's my take on this health topic, okay? And then turn on the microphone. Yeah, so I just said something like Rumble. Yeah, yeah. Boogie woogie. Electric boogaloo. So here's the point. Yeah, I'm free, understand. I'm not a slave like the Bible church. They sold out. They bowed the knee to Baal. That's what they did. They bowed the knee to Baal. The Christian ministries that have joined the persecution, they're shields. And they have bowed the knee to Baal. They do it to their own. While I'm the day live guy with the glasses. They are the sellout. They live the sellout. Everybody sells out. It's comfortable life. Yeah, they got comfortable lives left alone. They don't get persecuted. Scott Johnson doesn't get persecuted by the deep state. Pucci Jones, Tom Stegall, Dennis Roxer, Philip Bowman, they don't get targeted. They don't have like, oh, they go into shop and people show up in grass and spray them with chemicals and try to take them out and things and it's on and off. So how many half-hearted assassination attempts count as one full-hearted one? See, it's like maybe I've had like 100 half-hearted assassination attempts that I've noticed. Now, 100 half-hearted ones definitely counts as one full-hearted one, I would say. You like truth or maths, okay? It's like put it in numbers. Now that Mike goes to the supermarket would have a perp in the store, spill some water to make a powder, hope he has slip and fall, have an accident. Oh, he didn't slip and fall. Next time, like try to put a cart, like right, he's walked down the aisle, have a perp and push a cart for hope he's gonna hit his foot and hit. And like this is like half-hearted, see? It's like, and then another time we do this and that, and yeah, how many half-hearted assassination attempts count as a full-hearted one? So I embrace it. So I support. Oh, Mike. Oh, you're crazy. I'm blind to your value and worth. You've been teaching. You can teach targets how to be less effective by the targeting. Yeah, bitch. Supplement protocol, L-theanine, ashwagandha, niacin, vitamin C, magnesium, everything else. Now, notice I've been out of magnesium and L-theanine for 3+ days. And I noticed that I'm a lot more worked up and livid and angry, stressed. See? See? So it's not just that after I developed the protocol, like add this supplement to my regime, vitamin C, magnesium, ashwagandha, L-theanine, figure out how much of L-theanine per day and magnesium, and everything's optimized. And so it's not like, wow, after getting the supplement protocol down, it's like I'm a lot. It's not like I walk around being super stressed all the time from the targeting. So it's not just the difference when I started doing it that I noticed. I also noticed the difference when I run out of some of the supplements as a part of protocol, like magnesium and L-theanine. So I've been out of L-theanine and magnesium for 3+ days, both of them. And I definitely have been noticing like I'm more stress sensitive, understand? I'm more volatile, more livid. I'm more like, understand? It's like I'm more like triggerable. I'm more worked up than usual. So it's not just just like the absence of the protocol. I can tell, people can tell. It's like the difference if I don't follow protocol. It's like this magnesium and L-theanine. I have to take it up a few days. I notice I'm a lot more worked up and live it. And that's not like, oh, no. It's like there's some benefits to that. So it's like getting mad. Something good that came out of that is like I've been ranting on Rambo and talk about some stuff that maybe I should have been talking about a long time ago. Made another video about just how evil the Bible Church are because they've been communicating well threats to this program before the program is good in this threats. Very evil. Very evil. Do the Bible Church want a war? You got a fucking war, bitch. Scott Johnson, Phil Bowman, Pucci Jones, Tom Stegall, Dennis Roxer, domestic terrorists that have been. I'm a Christian. Your church has been communicating threats that my mother will be made to bleed as a sacrifice. That's part of what you've been doing to me in your videos. Before the deep state got to communicate these veiled threats, subtle threats, made good on the threats, and caused my mother to bleed. See? So that's kind of, and it's like there's so many other things gaslighting, devaluation, abuse. And a lot of behavior is clearly criminal in America and Sweden. Okay. And you're fucking terrorist. So yes, you want a war, you fucking got one. Like Alex Jones says in the streets. You want a war, you got one, okay? So yes, okay. It's like you are sellouts to these deep state tyrants. And I'm gonna keep ranting. Not gonna stop naming you as a sellout church, understand? I'm not gonna stop talking about how you're evil, how you sell out, how you've been working for this program. And I'm not gonna stop, understand? There you go for YouTube audience. So remember, I was gonna end this and go live right away to Rumble only. Now I decided it's smarter if I keep it longer and then have the link to my Rumble account for the YouTube viewers. So like the 0 views right now. Now there were 2 before. So you can subscribe to me because I'm fixing to go live on Rumble only. So if you're on YouTube in the stream, I'll be streaming with Rumble. And here's the thing too, the Rumble streams are better because there's things I could. Just the fact it's not that like, and I might like get into the habit of doing more like Rumble exclusive streams. Now a lot of times like I feel like I want to talk about topic X, let's go live and talk about it on Rumble. Nice point. Just if I start doing more streams where I just go live around, but it's like I do things. I don't plan. I just go live. I end up doing what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with YouTube too. It's like Mike says live. I end up talking about stuff, doing this. I end up. It's like it's not really planned. So it's the point. Just going live on Rumble, I don't have to have this. Was like, I feel like I'm about to start. Oh, yeah, I can't talk about that on YouTube because you give me medical misinformation strike. So just like being live on a platform where if something comes to mind, and oh yeah, here's something I realized recently, that I can say it, and it don't have to be like, oh, this is on YouTube. I can say it. Oh. If you're, here's another thing. The LSS caregiving staff, I already told you they were gang stalked. They were targeted for the program in despicable ways in Mount Hall. I wouldn't be surprised if they murdered one of my birds, my pets. Okay, because my budgie, my female budgie bird, got sick, and it happened when the caregiving staff was here. And Lars, which is on these people, have targeted me for the program. So it's like he's a person that showed that he's an agent of the gang soccer program that does target me physically and other things. So when did the bird suddenly fall ill? When the caregiving staff that had been told me before were here. And it's like, oh, and he goes to the cage. So he's near the cage. He goes, hey, there's something with the bird. He could have had some device that he sprayed a chemical, a dart gun, or something like this, that shot a liquid, a poison on it, or something like this. I would be surprised. And it can also be part of like this disgusting murder called filth, where it's like working to normalize that. If we can get this time monkey to murder an innocent animal for us, next will come to spray a chemical on Mike on his cleaning. Say it's like pushing the envelope, overturn window. Get this person to attack Mike's pet indoors. Now that's we're getting further. Next, we can get the person to maybe target Mike physically with some chem spray or some dart gun or something if they get told that would. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why he fell ill when he was here. That they got told to. That they were also doing other things to push more violence. Clearly. So yeah. So the Swedish government is tyrannical, and the American government is tyrannical. The issue is you don't know how tyrannical they are because it's like hidden to them mostly. Uh, so and people can try to describe me. Oh, Mike, you say the Swedish police are bad and the government is bad. More than that. No, I'm not a fucking anarchist. I'm for government. Okay, meaning anarchist means there should be government. I'm for government, but I'm for righteous, just government, and I'm not for tyrannical government. See, so I'm not anti-government per se. I'm a real Christian, unlike you, to the Bible Church. I'm for government. Now I'm not for government being tyrannical. See, so what else? Alrighty. You know what, David, the Bible Church, we talk about David. You know what David would have done? He wouldn't have been persecuting people for satanic pedophiles, the deep state that he worked for. David would not be persecuting other Christians for satanic tyrants, okay? And doing wicked things where it's like secretly abusing God's children, told them with lies, gaslighting, and communicating their threats that their mother will get murdered and things like this. That what you've been doing, David would not have been part of that. I'm a Christian boy, you understand? You're sellouts. You work for the deep state. You are like the people that drew back to Egypt. You're like the God set you free. If you're a Christian for real, be like, we're going back to Egypt and serve Pharaoh. And Pharaoh goes, go and chase these people, whips, and help us catch them and hurt them and abuse them. That's who you are. You bow the knee to Baal. Okay? That's who you are. That's who you are. This is vitamin C border. Maybe I told you now. Maybe I get a strike on YouTube for drug use, sale of regulated goods policy because I showed a bottle. This is vitamin C water. See, possibly in the kitchen. I take some tablets to YouTube. B complex tablets. Maybe I get a strike for drug use because I said I gotta take B complex tablets. Fucking tired, Phil. Ugh. You are enemies of humanity, is what you are, you do. You are enemies of humanity, just like the Bible Church are. I'm a Christian warrior. I've been working to save human life. And you're part of the problem. And you better hope to the Bible Church and Raphael Garland and YouTube that humanity doesn't wake up. That there's not an awakening going on. That people don't wake up to see the truth about the tyrants and the deep state and who's been part of the conspiracy. You better hope you have a lot of skin in the game in the masses not waking up to what you've been doing and who you've been serving. Can't feel the wrath of a real man that doesn't smoke crack. Tupac had a can't feel the wrath of a real man that doesn't smoke crack. Okay. I don't drink shit. Fucking pussy piece of shit, that feminine sissies. Okay. Now I ended the stream. I'm going live on Rumble only.